Yeah, bitch.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna leave it outside.
What you know about me, bro?
I usually throw them away. But then I think about it, I'm like,
leave my
what
stain. Better back up, cause I bring the pain. What you know about me, bro? Got Supreme hats, Supreme clothes, best breezy. Fuck yeah, so fresh, we're high class, bro. What you know about me, bro?
Because you should be able to sue the company if
do
you fucking pop in your
regular
pocket.
spots sells fake ones too?
Yeah, I
Yeah?
mean, think
I
about
lost
it.
my
Like, hey,
shops,
you go try to get some OG Kush from a clinic, and sometimes it's something like like dirt weed.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So like it's so simple. You know, these things they can't be too expensive to put together. Like I think about like the hats nowadays. Like the hat game's a new shoe game.
Yeah.
What do you mean, like
definitely.
the ones with the like
Like
logos?
like the patches
What-
on the
what-
side.
like-
color.
Like you kind of have pin.
Yeah, what happened with that? Like it just came out of nowhere. Everybody needs a fucking
that hat
a
clip.
patch.
So there's lids, and then there's like a new like little like hat store that's popping as lids. It's called Hat Club, and they're kind of like the ones that started doing like the exclusive drops and like having like different like cotton candy like colored hats and shit like that.
Yeah.
And then everybody started catching up to it, and now even lids like sells like a pamphlet, like a booklet you go through, and they have different patches like gun patches, Mexican flag patches and shit. So a lot of those are even custom and shit too, but. Yeah, it just started. Everyone just, I mean, I guess it's just the rappers started wearing them and shit too.
Made it popular.
And everybody wants them after that. Bro.
Exactly.
But
And
they do. Like, some of them are cool, man.
No, a lot of them are actually really nice. Like don't get me
Do
wrong.
you have one right now?
Nah. I'm too cheap for that shit.
That's
Why-
me too,
Yeah.
bro. I just got fucking. They had when I went to Lids. I just got this one not too long ago. They had all kinds of different ones, bro. I was like, give me a basic one, bro. I'm not spending $60, $70, $80 for a fucking hat when I could get the same shit without a patch for fucking $40,
Yeah.
bro.
Well, I came from like an embroidery background, so like I made hats
shit.
before. Like so it's like kind of a family ran business, but they're like Flex Fits, like West Coast embroiderers. So they done the Mayweather hats to like Xavier Wolf hats, Brixton, all these different brands, and I see how much they charge them for. You know what I mean? So like, let's say like even for a hat like this, like if you buy it like from Lids, it's like $45 now.
Yeah, $45.
I'm cool, man.
Is that snapback or?
Fitted.
Fitted.
Yeah, but like back in the day, these used to be only $25.
Yeah.
But like in reality, does this logo alone, maybe like the back MLB logo, just embroidery alone probably cost you like fucking like less than $3, dude.
No way.
Less than $3.
That's cheap as fuck.
So that's why when I see the designs that they have and the palettes that they got, like they're getting at least a 300 to 500% profit each hat.
Yeah.
It's
Damn,
crazy.
I didn't think about it, man. And then even like when they do those exclusive drops for those hats, like the cotton candy ones, those ones cost a lot, man. And then resell because they only make so many of them.
Yeah.
They sell them for like $100, even more, man, depending on the hat.
So one thing I've been trying to do before I start the like podcast is like do like maybe 21 questions or something.
Sounds good.
That way you fucking like I don't know.
My bad, bro.
I've been trying to figure out if this is a good way to loosen up my guests because I know podcasting can be like nerve wracking, like you don't know what's gonna go on.
Yeah.
So it's cool to like ask a bunch of random questions to get to know you a little bit, but then after that we get into either fucking around or your story.
Sounds solid to me,
feel
man.
me?
Oh yeah.
So fucking
Are we
What-
recording right now or?
yeah, we're already
Hey,
on.
sounds solid. Let's go.
So
Boys Neighbor podcast.
I always start randomly.
There you go.
Yeah, because
The best way.
so all that like we just talked about, it's probably gonna be in the fucking the clip, you know.
Shit, don't catch me smoking on nothing.
So what's one thing about you that no one knows or would be surprised to find out that you can do?
Oh snap! Okay, yeah, we getting deep off the get go. Okay, shit.
Loosen you up, man. You
know.
gotta start the tough questions first, bro.
I mean, shit, it happens. To be honest, damn. But, like for something like hidden, I really can't say because I don't really know. It just kind of happens, you know. There's other times where what's it called? Like improvising, depending on like what it is I'm doing. You know, finding different solutions. I don't think that answers the question, but.
I mean, it kind of does.
Yeah, but aside from that,
You're good at improvising.
Yeah, as of right now, I can't answer like what's like a hidden talent or not.
Yeah. Well, what's something that you're good at that you're really good at, like sports, skateboarding, like.
Shit.
Do you play Magic? You know, are you good at video games?
Dude, I used to play League of Legends. League of Legends is the shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
League of Legends.
Like, but I usually only
Which
like.
one's League of Legends? I'm trying to remember.
It's like on the computer. It's not World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft, you have your own character and you get to customize them.
I always want to get into that.
That's a fun one, but it's addicting.
Yeah.
So that's
Did you ever hear that story where it was like a fucking married couple that had maybe 3 kids or something, but they played World of Warcraft so much that they abandoned their children, and they were like just like super like unfit, just sitting. They're all hunchback, and they just like I forgot how, but child services came and took their kids. And they're like, just like crack meth out at people, just playing nonstop.
Oh, shit.
Like literally like 24 hours. They're just playing. They didn't attend their kids. The kids look all like fucking skinny, like all fucked up because they weren't raised right.
You get addicted to anything, man. Even video games. That shit
Yeah,
like
you
that.
didn't hear that
makes a
story?
lot of sense though,
That's
because
sad.
like
I think it was World of Warcraft where that they were playing.
I wouldn't be surprised though.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like a whole like another world. It's like a fantasy version of Sims. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
that's
then you
true.
see all those videos where those kids, young kids, rage and like talk shit on their parents and shit, man. So dude, that does some damage for sure, when they do that stuff, man. Like, oh, that's crazy. Even when
Yeah.
young kids are doing that, dude. Like,
I mean, shit, it makes a lot of sense, man. I remember back in the day when Halo was out, like I think Halo 3.
Bro,
Mhm.
Halo.
My dad would be on that legit. Like
Your dad would?
My dad
Raging
would.
and
My,
shit?
That's sick.
would it
How
be
old is
raging
your
or
dad?
no?
my dad passed now, but like fucking,
R.I.P.
yeah,
Rest in
rest
peace to
easy.
the man, yeah.
But like, dude, he used to play that shit all fucking day and night. And what's it called? And then he was a user at the time, and I'm like, oh shit, it makes fucking sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, I'm pretty sure if I was like hitting the pookie pipe, I might be on League of Legends the day and
All
night too.
day.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah. I get obsessed with games too. That's why I can't. I have to like choose. I have to be like, all right, it's either I get obsessed with podcasting or video games because I can't. Like right now, I've been playing the new Call of Duty.
Oh, okay.
Dude,
yeah.
everybody's on it. It's
Yeah.
fucking dope.
Shit.
I've been trolling it hard,
Yeah.
but like I gotta stop because then I don't want to podcast. I just want to play video games.
Well, I mean, it's
You
kind
know?
of like one of the reasons why I try to avoid getting a console. You know?
Oh really?
Yeah, like
So you don't have a console at all? I'm good
no, dude. Like honestly, the only time I'll buy a console again is if like Pokemon were to ever come out with like if you ever play Pokemon, you're able to do like the first 2 regions in the same game. So if they had that, but like up to 3 with the new like graphics that they have now.
But
Yeah, yeah.
have you played the new ones on the Switch?
Nah, dude. I seen some of the Pokemon. I'm like, dude, this is corny now. Like this is super
yeah,
fucking
it's
corny.
different, man. The Game Boy ones were the best.
Like they had a sword, and I think it was called Swordy or something like that. Or,
Sword and Shield.
yeah, you know what I mean. So
I
like,
think
it's
I
like
have Shield.
there's not much originality no more when it came to that. You know what I mean? Like the original one, like yeah, of course you put a squirrel and a turtle together, and then you get a Squirtle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
exactly.
All these different things. So it's like it's kind of cool how you can see like the combos. But like now they're just having just like one simple image and naming it off the image alone.
Mhm.
You know? So
Yeah, you're right. That's
Yeah.
crazy. See, I'm kind of like that too. I don't have a console either, man. I used to, man, but like, I got to a point where I just kind of like I'd play and I just lose interest. And before it wasn't like that, man. I used to like to play all kinds of video games, dude. But after a while, man, I don't know. I just like lost interest in video games and just like kind of don't really play them anymore.
I'm still a
But-
gamer for life.
Yeah, there's people.
I
That's why.
can't. I want to get the PlayStation logo tatted on me. I don't know where though.
that's
Yeah.
kind of bad.
Yeah,
Right-
and
right here,
Xbox.
on your
Just
forehead.
the X though. Just
Mm.
not the Xbox, but just the. You know how the X?
Or what if we get the PS over the X logo?
Damn, make it like a crossover, like
Mm-hmm.
put underneath cross-platform.
Or get
No,
the
I'm kidding.
Xbox or get the Xbox on in the middle of your forehead. Right?
Damn. So what have you ever stole something?
I stole hearts.
Damn,
Yeah.
heartbreaker.
Yes, sir.
HBK.
HBK, shout out Shawn Michaels. Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
Yeah,
Dude,
no.
Shawn Michaels used to be, dude. He'll come out on stage to the girls moaning, and just
Dude.
fucking just.
That was like one of the first
Dude,
times
Shawn
that-
Michaels
Alright,
was
man.
sick.
when I was
He's
like
one
a
of my
little
favorite
kid.
wrestlers for sure.
When I was a kid watching
Sweet chin
that,
music.
hearing him walk out to that, the moaning, like I felt something weird for the first
Yeah,
time. I was like,
yeah,
"Whoa."
dude.
Like, dude, those are girls make those noises?
Yeah.
Hey, I think I like wrestling.
So-
you know?
so you-
Aside from seeing all these like half naked dudes wrestle each other, but it's
Well, I
like,
mean,
yo,
the girls were half
Yeah,
naked
then
too.
they got
So,
the girl wrestlers too.
Yeah.
That's cool.
were
yeah.
you? Did you grow up on wrestling? Did you watch a lot of
Uh,
wrestling back then?
I think I went up to like maybe like 4th grade.
Okay.
Like that's like
Same.
Hardy Boys prime.
Eddie Guerrero.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah, Eddie Guerrero.
R.I.P. You know,
Yeah.
yeah, dude, that fool was sick.
Eddie Guerrero, Chris Benoit, and damn, I think there was another wrestler that passed that like maybe say what the fuck. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Oh wait, we can cuss on here, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, but it's
We're
like,
smoking, drinking, dog. Yeah, we fucking lit.
Straight.
Yeah, that's true. All right, what am I kidding?
Yeah,
Hey, Chris
yeah.
Jericho.
Chris
Wow,
Jericho.
that-
he killed himself, right? I can't.
I think
No, Jericho's still
Chris
alive.
Oh, he's
Benoit.
still.
Benoit.
Chris
Oh,
Benoit
I'm
did.
thinking about him.
No,
Some-
but he killed his own family. at the
oh,
same
that's
time.
right.
That's crazy,
What was
man.
the story?
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember.
Ah, dude. Well, I do know that him and Eddie Guerrero were like, I've watched documentaries on these things.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
yeah.
And yeah, so them two used to be like very close. And
Oh,
like, you know,
shit.
because like they didn't really care about like battering the bodies along the show was good. And then Chris Benoit was like a real hot, aggressive guy. So Eddie Guerrero was like big smiles, like, all right, let's go.
I think he was on steroids as well, right?
I think everybody is on
Yeah,
steroids.
yeah, all of them.
Yeah.
They have to be juicing. Yeah.
I mean, shit. I don't know many people that big and ripped that and maintain that, you know.
I mean, maybe Kane, like he has a natural dad bod, like he's an Undertaker.
I got
I-
you.
Yeah, they
Imagine-
probably juice a little bit. Like,
imagine Kane now with the dad bods being in and stuff.
I mean,
Hey,
I feel like it's
he's
always
he's
kind
a
of
mayor right now. That's crazy.
Wait,
huh?
what?
He's
He's
a
a
mayor
mayor?
to a city. Yeah,
I didn't
he's
know
like
that.
a whole mayor, man.
Oh,
he's like
snap.
into politics and shit now. It's crazy.
Well, it's
I
it's
didn't
kind
know
of
that.
ironic that you said that part because you guys pay attention to Power Rangers at all?
Dude, the homie, yeah,
Yeah,
I actually
dude.
followed him. Like I've been following him.
But catch this though. So I used to live
He
in the
killed
city.
himself, right?
Yeah, he
he
committed
got
suicide.
recently the Green Ranger.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Green
bro.
Ranger, the original White
Yeah.
Ranger. In La Mirada, there's a middle school that was there, and
Uh-huh.
he actually became the principal there.
What?
Oh shit.
That was the craziest thing about. Like, that's another reason why it tripped me out more.
That's
But, like,
crazy, man.
Yeah,
What's
so
that guy's name again?
Damn.
Yeah, try to pull it up.
Yeah, someone has to pull that up, man, because yeah, we got
Jason David
Yeah,
Frank,
yeah.
R.I.P.
rest in
Fucking
peace,
Fucking
man.
Green and White Ranger, dude. That fool was
Mhm.
fucking. Dude, growing up seeing him, I was like, what the fuck? Like this guy was badass. And then there's an evil version of him. Like, dude,
Yeah.
that shit was fucking dope. Playing the
Mhm.
flute, the fucking thing comes in. Like, dude,
Dude,
I was
yeah.
I was obsessed with that shit.
The
Green
originality
Ranger was
we
the
had
best.
back in the day.
I like
man.
that first Power Ranger movie with the slime.
Oh, the ooze.
I can't really remember
Ooze,
that.
Yeah,
ooze.
Yeah.
that
That
purple
was cool,
ooze and
yeah.
all that, man. I think that's the first time I ever heard like Foo Fighters as well.
Oh,
Like,
that,
oh, shit.
When they're like parachuting or something. Yeah, but we're getting off topic. That's my bad, dude.
Yeah, yeah, you're good. You're good. This is what I love. That's why I
Mhm.
like. I mean, we'll get into it like about your podcast and all that.
Oh man, take
Um,
your time.
Have you ever broken bones? Broke any bones?
No, actually.
No?
No. As many times I've been kicked in the face and,
What?
and you know, like had some big falls.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
never broken a bone.
That
ever.
leads to my next question. How many have you gotten in any fights?
None that I won. You know, like
Hey, they
it's,
stood up to walk another day, man.
oh yeah. I mean, like that's the kind of it's kind of like a funny thing. Like after you get jumped, like in the moment it sucks, fucking
Yeah.
sucks. But as you know, later on when like the adrenaline goes away, you're like, you know, it wasn't really that bad.
No,
Like,
yeah. In the moment,
know?
I mean, you don't even feel it in the moment. You're just
Oh,
kind of
no.
like, pop, pop. Okay, what's going on? Like, how long is it gonna take? It feels like 10 minutes, but really it's 1 minute. You know,
Shit.
yeah,
Man.
because they're just fucking. In
you're
there,
just
man.
covering. You're just like, what the fuck is going? Like, if you're getting jumped,
Situation,
like,
yeah.
yeah, you're just covering.
Well, there was one time I was really drunk off my ass, and you know, a big brawl went out. This is like Filipinos and Mexicans fighting each other.
Where
And,
at?
Fullerton, downtown Fullerton. And
So it's like a bunch of college students or something, right? Or
yeah,
nah?
man. And
Young college people, hot headed, ready to go.
they're
Full of
just
fucking
full on.
testosterone, just fucking.
Well, it's funny because like the Mexican group, they were all like small kids, like you know, like skinny small kids, and then the Filipino dudes, hey, they got some size on them.
Yeah,
But
weird.
everyone was still fighting off and all that. Fight right here, fight right here. So I'm like, you know, turn my head left and right. So when I decided to look forward, the big ass Filipino dude was already extending on me
Oh,
and
Damn.
socked me. So if there wasn't a brick wall behind me, I would have been on my back easy, dude.
Oh
He
shit!
socked the shit out of me.
Yeah.
And you weren't even part of the groups.
Oh no,
That's
You just
fucked
walked
up,
out and then, oh, what's going on? Boom!
nah,
Like-
man. Yeah, he popped me, and like, there's like two things that went through my mind. Like one, I was like, why did I get hit? And two, I'm like, he thinks I'm Mexican. Fuck yeah. You know what I mean? 'Cause, dude,
I guess, yeah. I never
Yeah.
thought about it. I mean, I already knew you're Mexican, but
Mm.
you do have colored eyes. You do. You're
man, I
fair
got every
skinned,
white
you know?
name growing up,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah,
You-
honestly,
you Miklo?
I didn't think
Mhm.
you were Mexican, man. To be honest.
Really?
I thought
Yep.
you were white.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
It's
lie.
fair though. Like, you know,
I think
know
it's because my girl, she's like white complected too, and like
For a
has.
second when you did this thing
Yeah.
right here, I was like, oh, like,
Yeah.
what's that got to do with race?
Like-
I was just thinking skin, you know, like fucking. But and she has green eyes, so like yeah, so
yeah.
But I
Like-
mean, I if you look at it, like look at fucking Canelo, dude.
yeah.
He's a redhead.
You wouldn't think
Yeah.
he's Mexican.
If you just seen him before he talked, you're like, oh, this guy's fucking
Canadian
he's
or
white.
some shit.
He's a
definitely
white boy
white.
with a strong jaw.
Yeah, look
Oh,
at this
yeah.
Irish fella. Look, it looks
Yeah.
like McGregor's fucking cousin or something.
Oh yeah, Irish
And then he
people
starts
are
talking, and then you're like, oh shit, that fool is not related to McGregor. You know?
Wait, so does that mean that he has a soul?
I always heard that.
I don't know where that. I think it came from
so.
South Park. Where
Dude,
that came
that
up.
did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was one of the funniest episodes, bro. That shit was hilarious.
There's so many things like it's a proven fact that redheads actually withstand more pain than the average person.
Well, yeah, man. I think how much they get fucked with on the daily, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
But what is that?
Pain?
Because
Like, what do you mean pain? Like
literally like
physically or
physically
emotionally?
pain, like they're like
Wow.
if.
Because they're like pretty pale and stuff too. So you
But
fucking get
it's just
sunburned
something
quick.
genetic. It's a proven fact that if you're a redhead, you can withstand
That's
more pain.
crazy. Yeah, I never
the
thought of
normal
that.
person.
That's crazy. Wow.
yeah. I never really encountered too many redheads in my time, so
Yeah,
I
me
can't
neither,
even.
bro.
I can't even compare.
But even at that, I guess just because I'm Mexican, I never looked at redhead like, oh, you're different. Like I don't know.
I don't know. I kind of do.
Yeah, I just gets all racist real quick. He's like, I kind of do look at redheads like they're not
It's
us.
not racist.
They're not a human being.
Come on,
They're like a
man.
different species.
Hey, if you're a redhead, listen to this.
No,
I'm
I
with
guess
you.
honestly,
I
it's just-
support everybody that's a redhead.
Yeah, me too. It's just because South Park, bro.
Yeah,
That change your
South Park.
whole perspective.
Yeah, no, it's just funny, man. I don't know. But yeah.
When you sleep, do you sleep with the TV on, or do you have to have no noise? Do you have to have little noise?
I'll say I need some kind of noise mostly. I mean,
Yeah.
like sometimes I'll be on YouTube and I knock out during a YouTube video or something.
Leave the
Yeah.
phone on
You know
and
what's a
shit.
weird thing? For the longest time, I want to say 25 years of my life, I had to have a TV on.
Mm.
I had to. Now I have to have a fan on.
Hey.
Oh no,
Like,
fan's
like,
automatic.
The
bro.
fan noise makes like if it's dead silent, I can't go to sleep. I need to have a fan on. I don't know. Even if it's fucking cold, I'll throw the heater on. I need to
And the
like.
fan on.
I need yeah, exactly. I need to have both of those
I can
noises
see my
going.
breath in the room, but I still need some kind of breeze.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if it's like I'm not. I don't think I'm claustrophobic, but like I feel like hyperventilating.
Yeah.
Like if I'm in the car driving somewhere, I need some kind of breeze. I can't do
Same
a
way.
drive without it.
I wonder if it's something like when we were younger, maybe like our parents would always play. Because I don't know, my little girl, I always keep the fan on too, and now she can't sleep without the fan. So I don't know if it's something like as growing up, you've always done it, so you just get you get so used to it and shit. So it's like
Probably.
you can't.
I want to say it gets
I
deep
can't
to the
sleep
room.
without the fan on, bro, for sure. Like I started like thinking and shit, but when the fan on, it just feels like it just like.
But it's
I don't
weird
know.
because there's also people that need silence. If they hear any type of like even like a ant walking or like crawling or whatever, they'll
not in
wake
my
up.
room.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. Fuck the ants, bro.
Right.
I did
Yeah, somebody has to knock hard on the fucking door or on the
Dude,
wall.
I
or
knock
something,
out
dude.
like immediately, but I definitely need some type of noise. I think the only spot I sleep without any noise, no, because I sleep with the TV on hotels. I was gonna say hotels. I'll probably turn off
You
everything.
hear people clapping cheeks and shit.
Bro, that shit's so
Right,
awkward.
so
huh?
quiet in the
I
in the
swear,
fucking
bro. I
hotel, dude.
fucking, I'll recently I fucking fell asleep and I just keep hearing like them having sex, but it was just like faint though, and you just hear like I'm just like
Yeah,
That's
you can be.
fine.
and then I'm
awkward.
right there with my girl like
You can be awkward all you want. I'll be yelling on the other side of the wall. I'm like, yell out, Tony.
yo you be
Yell out, Tony.
you be saying shit.
That's
It's just it's not awkward, but it's just kind of like one of those things where it's like the little kid comes out, where it's like, oh my god, they're fucking having sex, like.
Yeah,
You
it's
know?
funny. Yeah,
But like
yeah.
realistically, maybe like like they might have heard us last night, like so.
Honestly, bro, like
the walls
whenever
are
I go
thin.
to a hotel, it's either because I'm like tired as shit and can't drive, so I get there and I fall right asleep, bro, or I'm at fucking like Vegas or something and I just get super drunk and I just pass out. So I don't really think, think of like. Honestly, you're right. That's probably the only place I can sleep with nothing on, just
Yeah.
because like
There's a lot going on.
yeah, a lot going on and stuff.
What's
I mean, some
your-
people go to hotels just to go to the hotel and
Handle
stuff,
biz?
and handle business and
That's-
shit.
that's
So
where they get bug in.
Yeah.
That's why I feel like 9 times out of 10, the hotel room is probably like the worst. Like that's where like it's the most filthiest. Like
Yeah. Yeah,
like,
I don't sleep. We bring our own sheets. I don't know if you guys do. You guys do that? Do you guys do
I
that
just
or
have it.
no?
It's
No?
just like fuck. That's part of life, man. Like whatever fucking germs are on here is gonna make me tougher and survive the next
Honestly, it's
COVID.
not
You
even
know.
that. What bothers me is probably like bed bugs or something like that.
True.
Oh yeah, no. Like
Yeah,
I said,
that's the
bugs
only
for me.
thing.
But I'm going to bed. If I feel like something crawling on me, like if it's an ant,
Stop
dude.
freaking
out.
Oh, dude, I'm awake. I'm
See,
not sleeping.
because in hotels like the beds, like people fucking on them, it's like it's gonna happen. So you know it's.
Yeah.
every bed in the hotel has probably been fucked on. You know,
Yeah.
That's
Well,
just
yeah.
reality, bro. But
Definitely.
like, just like to
Every
me,
back
so,
seat,
so,
too.
so yeah,
Every
exactly.
back seat.
So I don't think about that one, but like bed bugs and stuff like that for sure, bro. That's why I bring all that stuff.
So
Mhm.
you said that you like cold. Do you like hot or cold weather?
Hot weather. I'm
What?
very bipolar.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Hey, it's Californian, man.
I mean, like, I can walk around topless. You know what I mean? Like,
So
I can adjust my
Mm.
body temperature. In the cold, if I start shivering, my back hurts, I'm not doing nothing.
Hmm.
I'll call out of
California,
work.
man. California.
You know what's weird? I'm starting to go to the hot weather because that's weed. Fucking, I always love cold weather,
Mm.
but I've been noticing since I've been cold, I don't want to really do shit. But then when it's too hot, I don't want to do shit either. So I'm trying to find like a weird balance because I notice I make a bunch of excuses when it's super hot, but when it's super cold, I also bundle up and just want to chill too.
Well, I think that's the difference when you're in like when you're dating somebody or like you have like your knockdowns or something like that.
Mm.
Cold weather gives you an excuse to stay in. You know, you don't have to go out. You know, you can just relax.
But same with stupid ass hot weather, bro. Like, cause if I'm
Shit.
sweating
But-
like crazy, I don't want to be out in the sun. I just want to be in the AC, you know?
AC.
Like when you go to Vegas, yeah, the pool parties are popping, but then most of the time you're in the building with the AC, you know?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, true, because you're not supposed to be in a pool party the whole day.
Yeah,
You know?
true
You
that.
don't- like, you're gonna get out the
Chance of
water.
raisin, dude.
Yeah, your fingers come out looking like raisins, dog. Like, nah. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Do you sleep with your socks on?
I recently stopped doing that.
What?
Yeah, I used to like always keep my socks on, like since
Since
Wow.
a kid. Yeah.
But like now it's like, oh, it actually has some type of different joy.
Yeah,
You know?
doesn't it like feel like you could sleep better when you take your socks off?
Mhm.
Doesn't it just like relieve you? I don't know. Yeah.
But he said that he sleeps with the socks on now.
no, you.
No,
used
no,
to.
I just
Oh,
recently
you used to.
stopped.
Oh, you used to. Okay, okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So what made you? Were you like just too cold or what?
No, I just one
Try
I just hate feet. I don't like feet at all. And,
Isn't
yeah.
it weird that some people hate feet and some people love it?
Pay for that shit.
Dude,
huh?
I've seen like there's one time, shit, man. I was at my girl at her friend's house. I brought my cousin with me, and then my cousin he's a kinky motherfucker. Like, man, I'll have to bring him onto this show to tell you all the ins and outs of absolutely anything that you would like to talk about.
Yeah,
It doesn't
yeah.
have to be
Cool,
about sex.
cool.
And man, he just started like straight sucked on our friend's toes, and
Whoa, shit!
I was like, dude.
Immediately.
Yeah, I was like, yo, you're wild. You're wild.
In front of everybody and shit, or what do you mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Just
it
a
wasn't,
bucket.
it wasn't like a lot of people, but it was just like
Yeah,
you
still
know,
though.
few
Yeah,
people.
that's funny. Cool, man.
kinky
Yeah,
man.
some people
Shout
are
out
into-
Antonio.
Some people are into feet, man.
Wait, is
Yeah,
that the?
definitely.
Is that your cousin that we? Wait, who's?
Oh
the
no,
guy-
that was my homeboy Mikey.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mikey, he's cool as fuck.
Yeah, no,
I definitely want to like have a podcast with Mikey and you.
Cool.
no, definitely.
Yeah,
I'll
Mikey
bring him
seemed
up
like
here.
really cool. He's the one that makes music, right? Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
He gets
Yeah.
down too. I
Oh,
heard
so
some
for
songs.
sure a lot to talk about. Then cool, man.
Yeah, man.
What's your favorite fast food joint?
Fast food. Oh, you know what? I said this comparison before. Baker. If you're from the Inland Empire, Baker's is always gonna be have some kind of place in your heart.
Yeah.
It's like the In and Out of the Inland Empire.
Yeah,
Fries
yeah.
better than
Yeah.
In-N-Out sometimes.
Sometimes it is.
I think it's just because it has more options. But if you compared the burger
And you
itself,
Oh,
get
yeah.
And you can get
In-N-Out,
bacon
dude.
on the burger.
True
Anybody
that.
can't.
they don't have bacon at In and Out.
hey, but just imagine
And it's
if they
real
did.
bacon that they put on.
If
on
they
the, on the,
if they
on the
did
burgers
have
and
bacon
burgers.
at In-N-Out, it'd be superior.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
That's what I always
Exactly.
wonder. Why haven't they?
it's
why
because
haven't they
the
done that?
simplicity. Like it's called In-N-Out. You come in, you want a burger, you want a triple, double, quad.
But
We'll give it to you. Get the fuck out.
bacon
You
shouldn't
know,
be-
like-
straight up.
like-
bacon shouldn't be
That's
that
what a
long
hamburger's
to
all
cook.
It just dude.
Yeah.
It's just a simple thing. You want a
Yeah.
burger? Come in. All right,
True.
get out.
Yeah, it's just
And
burgers.
think about it. That place is always popping. There's never a day where you go and it's just like empty.
Yeah.
Like it's rare.
I fucking hate it. It's like Starbucks, bro.
Yeah,
Just
but
like
but see,
Starbucks.
even at Starbucks, there's certain points. Like I find the point where it's like 2 p.m. is a good spot to go. It's empty.
I recently started hating going to Starbucks. That's why I just make coffee at home now.
yeah.
Unless like my girlfriend like orders it and brings it, then it's like okay, cool. But aside from that, I fucking can't stand
See,
it.
but you can order ahead. You
Oh,
can, and
but
then
that we did. That's what happened. Fucking Thursday morning.
Took forever still.
Yeah. Long story short, it was some bullshit that happened. Mobile order took over an hour.
Oh
and
shit.
with a gang of people in there, they had some kind of special thing going on for Starbucks that day.
I think it was like red cups or some shit like that.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah.
Yeah, red cups. And we're there, and people were getting frustrated. This one Karen inside there was like, "Oh well, why don't I just pick up my coffee when it's ready? I don't know, tomorrow." And storms off. And I'm like, "Damn, this bitch mad." So
What?
I happen to be walking out when she's pulling out of her parking spot, and then I'm all waving her down, and she's like, "What?" I'm like, I think they're calling your name for your coffee. She goes, what name did they call out? I'm like, Karen. Oh,
damn.
That's hilarious, bro.
Damn.
My mind and my humor gets me in trouble with a lot of things.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, she had that coming in her.
And what'd she say? Did she
Oh,
just-
she just, you know what I mean? Just took off.
I
I never seen a white lady peel without a black man nearby. You know what I mean?
Man, that's crazy, bro. I don't think I said this already. What's your prized possession?
My dick. No, I'm
Yeah,
just
I was like, that's a
Shit.
really good
Yeah.
prize.
kidding. Nah, it's a very small price. But, let's see. My most prized possession, dude. Oh man. You know, I honestly say like one of my chains I have on like under here. It's not an expensive chain, but like it brought a lot of
The sentimental
positivity.
value.
Yeah, like has some good things behind it. So
Mhm.
you know, like I'm not gonna show the camera. They could wait on it. You know, it's a prized possession for a reason.
Definitely,
No, I'm
yeah,
just kidding.
yeah.
No, but like it's just something.
I mean, yeah,
There's a big old diamond Cuban down there and shit, man.
I know, right?
yeah.
It's just like
bossed out.
one stud and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you could be an animal, what would you be?
I'll be a liger.
Damn, dude, that's what okay.
Hey, but you
Dynamite.
might have a chance of having health issues, man. A big
Oh
chance.
yeah. Okay, yeah. Fuck
And
that.
they
Fuck
can't,
that.
and they can't
coming out with-
reproduce. I found out they can't
Special ed,
reproduce.
man.
They can't reproduce.
Yeah.
Hey,
lot of the-
less child support money if you think about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a
But
lot
why-
of them
why
are
would-
special ed too. Like they're actually.
Are you
like-
really?
Yeah, yeah.
Damn, you know a
It's-
lot about ligers.
I looked them up and shit, man. I actually did. It's
Wait,
crazy.
do they really exist?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
But they're not supposed to. It's
Oh,
scientifically.
yeah, no, scientifically,
Yeah,
but
they're
oh, so that's why they're
hybrids,
retarded.
Yeah. They
Oh,
come out.
my bad for my
even,
special people.
Nah,
Even
you-
you want to know something crazy? Even white, like snow, like white tigers,
Yeah.
they're not supposed to exist. Well, I don't know if they're supposed to exist, but they're actually crossbreeding
They're not supposed to
and shit.
exist.
No, for reals, man.
Yeah.
Actually, they're not supposed to exist. I'm right. That's why they come out with a lot of deformities and shit, bro. Like, look that shit up. I'm serious. Like, all those
So
cats
what-
that
what-
aren't real, like lions and tigers, are like crossbred from like scientists and shit, bro, over years, and they're not supposed to be, you know. So they have a lot of health issues, and they're actually like, not to be a dick, but they're retarded and shit, man. Because yeah,
Edit
it's
that
crazy.
out. No, I'm
But
kidding.
some of them, yeah, you,
No, hey,
you
we
can.
anything that's being said in this podcast, we're not gonna do no PC theme for you guys. Okay, not on
Right.
my episode.
Yeah, yeah,
all
Yeah,
right?
you're right.
If you
you're
feel
right, man.
offended, hey, there's so many other episodes you could watch.
You know,
exactly. This is annoying neighbors for
I've
a
said-
reason, bro.
I've said this before. I feel like we should definitely like refix the whole meaning behind retarded, because I feel like
Yeah, when-
actual special needs people, that's a special needs person. Like, that guy is not retarded.
but I meant to.
But this
like,
guy that's driving like an idiot on the road, that guy's fucking retarded.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, he's putting a bunch of people's lives in danger, cutting people off, zooming, where he's like, dude, you just moved two cars in front of me. You're fucking retarded.
Yeah.
You know?
Mhm.
True.
But
It's like,
People aren't ready for that.
it's like when girls call each other bitches, but like, you know, we can't call them bitch, or else it's a big problem.
yo, you know what's a trip? I just thought about that recently. Isn't it crazy that back then that was a thing? Like,
Oh,
you
yeah.
would say bitch all the time. Like, this stupid in front of them too. You'd be like, hey, bitch, give me my fucking drink. Like, a bunch of people would say that.
It's just like,
And now it's like, I mean, I never got into it because I know a lot of like females. So I'm like, oh, why am I gonna call them a bitch? You know, like,
but like it's just like when we were younger. How many times have you said gay or fag to your homie or just in general?
edit that out.
It's
No, I'm
just-
kidding.
Nah,
I'm kidding.
Exactly.
it's
No,
true,
exactly.
though.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
going to.
nah, I'm just
because
talking
back
shit.
in the day, everybody would say gay and fag, and now you say
Yeah.
that. And,
They'll be like, that's
oh,
gay,
You're
but
fucking.
yeah.
You're the most worst person in the world, man.
You don't think it's funny?
And even though you don't mean it, like you know, like it's
yeah,
everything's
it's
changed.
just like
man.
saying like,
It's
oh, you
crazy.
punk, and yeah, it's just
Yeah.
small things.
It
that
took,
just
yeah,
gets
it was a
taken
different
out
meaning.
sometimes.
Yeah,
Mhm.
back then.
But just like retarded, like I said back in the day when you say it now, like in the movies they say it all the time, bro.
Yeah.
And now it's just if you say it, you're just a fucking horrible person, bro. And it's like even if
Straight
you
like
don't mean
that.
you don't mean it like that, but everybody automatically thinks you mean it like that. It's
Yeah,
just-
that's why we
it's
just
all
got
bad, man.
demonetized.
Yeah.
I'm
Mhm.
kidding.
Hey, you get it out.
How do you like your steak?
My steak, shit in my stomach, dude. I honestly, I
Right.
don't know how to order steak.
No,
I barely order steak.
Oh, you don't eat it that much.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm not really in those restaurants to be having that, you know. So,
Wait, what was your
But what about
favorite
home,
fast
you know?
food? What'd you pick?
oh, I mean,
I
like,
think we riffed off.
Bakers.
So you were saying Bakers?
Yeah.
yeah, Baker's
Like
is up
ham-
there,
like
but like
hamburgers
you know,
and
like I eat anything really,
Okay.
except pickles. Fuck pickles.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Recently, I got into
Relatable.
pickles because of my girl. I still can't do
Hey,
tomatoes.
leave her.
No, dude. I used to
My
hate
girl
pickles.
loves pickles, and
Bro.
she knows don't ever mention it to
Hey,
me.
I used to
Right.
hate pickle. I'm telling you, like, If that burger had pickles on it, I don't want it. I don't want that fucking flavor, whatever it left behind, because it's, you know, vinegar. It's soaking in vinegar. So it leaves that fucking nasty smell. I don't want it. Now I can eat a pickle because I was so intrigued. Why isn't my girl that, like, she loves pickles? So I said, fuck it, I'm going to try it without my, like, ignorance, I guess you could say. Like, me being like, fuck pickles. I tried it, and I liked it. It was weird. I still can't, like, have a bunch, but I can handle like 2 pickles on a burger.
No, can't be
But,
me.
I can only
but
eat
what I'm trying to say, it's pretty.
I can only eat on the burger as well.
It's pretty interesting what the brain can do, because I swear to God, growing up, I'm the same way you're answering it. That's how it was, but now I can eat a pickle.
Yeah. No matter how much weed I smoked in my prime, pickles never been pleasing to me.
Yeah,
I was a very picky eater before I smoked weed.
same.
And then once I smoked weed, I started, trying everything, but pickles are still definitely a no-go.
It's weird, but like, I'll tell you this: the only time I really enjoy pickles is on a pastrami sandwich. It's a good blend with the mustard and everything. Try it next time. Take it out. Just eat it with the, because there's been times where I ate something, I'm like, damn, this is good, and I realize halfway through there's pickles. And I'm like, how am I gonna say like, oh, what? At first I was like, oh, I'm gonna take it. Like, I can't believe. And then I was like, wait, I just said it was good.
You say
Yeah.
What about cucumbers?
Yeah.
Oh, those are fire. They're
Yeah.
always
But,
gonna
you
be
know, they're
fire.
kinda like
It's
the
the
same thing.
vinegar. It's the vinegar.
Yeah,
like the
it's crazy.
vinegar.
Just something
Is it-
overwhelming. That's
Yeah.
it. That's all it is.
It's
Yeah,
like
it
a
is the
weird like.
vinegar.
Pickles all overwhelming.
Yeah, my
Um,
kid loves them. I don't know how, but
do you like dogs or cats? Wait, did you finalize that answer with the animal with Liger, or were you gonna pick something else?
Oh yeah, no, screw the light. Yeah, I was only joking when I said that one. But yeah, animal, dude, shit, it's either between a monkey or a lone wolf.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Why a lone wolf?
what kind of monkey though? Gorilla?
Damn, he got.
Shit.
He's
I know. I'm
Yeah,
like,
chimpanzee.
nah,
Oh,
man.
man.
Bamboo.
Specifics, man. I say like an apu. Like an
Apu?
apu
Damn,
from
I don't even know what
Aladdin.
the
The
fuck.
little-
Oh, okay.
okay.
I was like, I don't even know what the fuck that
Hey,
is.
yeah.
Apu?
they're real fast, man. They're sneaky.
Shit.
They're really strong. Monkeys
I'm
are
actually
really
not
strong.
fast at all.
Yeah.
Not
Hey,
at all.
yeah,
Very
bro.
slow.
But why'd you say a lone wolf?
Ah, dude. Well, I mean, for most of my life, I was an only child. So, like, I never really, and anytime I work on something, like, that's not that I'm prideful to not ask for help or nothing, but I just feel weird asking for help.
Yeah, definitely.
So when people offer it, I'm like, dude, this is weird. I'm going to take it, but dang, this is weird. And then, like, I don't know how to, like, act sometimes. Like, I'm not a problem, but it's like, I'm not as comfortable as I want to be.
Yeah.
But I'm used to doing things on my own, though.
Yeah, so you feel like lone wolf would be like, I feel that because I feel like I was in a wolf pack where I had a bunch of people, because I always relate to a wolf, but recently I've been like drifting to crows. Something about crows are fascinating.
Well, you do know if a flock of crows keep on, going on your path, no matter where you're going, it's supposed to be like some kind of like omen,
Oh, really?
saying that like, excuse me, saying that like a new chapter of your life is gonna be coming around.
Oh, wow.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I try not to think too deep of things, but like some of those things is like, okay, I'll take it into consideration, but I'm not gonna be like so like skeptic or search for things like that.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
That's why I like
But I mean,
numbers, angelic numbers. Same
You
thing.
do like numbers? What's your favorite number?
69.
Are you being serious? I was like, oh, shit.
No,
Hey, mine too, man.
Damn, dude, it's man. There's like so many numbers. When I gamble, 19 is definitely one of mine. But the threes, I love the threes. The triple twos. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my favorite number is 22.
Yeah,
So,
see.
everything 2, yeah. It just, I specifically asked out my girl. Not only is it the last day of Day of the Dead,
February.
but
Oh
it's,
shit.
Originally I was gonna do that 2222.
Mhm.
I was gonna do that, but then I just felt like it wasn't the right timing. She just gave me a sign where I was like, maybe it's too soon. So I waited till 11/2/2020. So it's like all those twos right
That's
there.
cool, man.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
it's
okay, I catch it.
and she's fat. She loves Day of the Dead, so like skulls and all that, like Halloween shit. So it was just the last day of Day of the Dead. So I was like, this just fits perfect. You
That's
know?
ill. Hell yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But numbers, yeah. Recently I got into numbers. 22's always been my favorite. It's my lucky number, so that's why I thought it was pretty cool that you said that.
Sounds solid to me.
999 is mine for sure.
999. You got 99 problems.
99 pounds, but a bitch ain't one.
You said-
No, 999.
999.
Yeah.
What are you obsessed with right now?
What am I obsessed with right now?
Yeah, it can be anything: drinking, smoking.
Man, I don't even know
fucking.
if porn is in there no more.
Yeah, it's an addiction,
Uh,
man.
Oh, okay, that's not an obsession. Never mind.
Yeah, like right now, I'm obsessed with like Modern Warfare. I've been playing a lot of Call of Duty, so I got obsessed with gaming again. So what's
Shit.
your obsession right now that you just like? You can be even scrolling through TikTok or something.
Yeah, honestly,
Or
my
Instagram all the
obsession,
time.
right now is learning literally random shit.
Okay.
If it's something random or something I never thought about, or if I did, but like never did nothing with it,
Yeah.
and like I just happen to
I-
come across something with it, then it's like boom, I'm like rabbit holes.
I got a question for you. I feel like you're kind of like me, man. I feel like do you just like look up like just like on YouTube? Are you always on YouTube?
Yeah.
Do you always like look up just like random shit like war shit, just like no, just like random ass like you'll be on some war shit and then you'll just like click up something else that's
Yeah, like a
interesting,
rabbit
man.
hole,
Just
like-
like different, like always on some like different knowledge. You know, he's
Yeah.
learning new shit, bro, and like just like always watching shit.
Definitely
Not
do
like
that.
comedy shit, just like actual like shit,
Like
man.
real
that's,
life shit?
Yeah, it's happening and shit like history shit. You know, all
Yeah,
kinds of shit,
history,
man.
yes, for sure.
Yeah,
Any
yeah.
kind of
You're
history.
big on history.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, like what's it called? I just like knowing like things. It's like kind of like finding origins of like words, like just like we talked about earlier with retarded. You know what I mean? Like people, that was just something to be rude to call someone slow.
Yeah.
That they didn't mean it like directly towards a special needs kid, but like now that's being placed into things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, it's just like I like to know things before going into it. It's like calling someone a hoe for sleeping with, like, having a one night stand for one time a month, and like, oh, you're a hoe. It's like, no, not at all.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I mean, if you're getting ran down on like twice a week, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
maybe
Getting
a little
trained
hoe.
on and all that.
You know, but hey, everyone, I'm a big person on what's it called? Do as you please. You know, if it makes you happy, hey, do your thing.
Yeah.
Mm.
Fuck what anyone says, bro.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Well,
For sure.
I feel like that's a cool little introduction. Does that feel good? Because like I'll never
loose as
know.
hell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I never
Yeah.
know if those
I'm looser
questions.
than a hoe.
It's literally a new thing.
I
That-
told him, man.
Looser than a
I told
hoe.
him. He didn't know if he wanted to do
But,
it. I said it was a good idea, man. Here,
Yeah,
loosen
because
his
I only
co-
did it
his
once
guest
before
up.
the guy before, and that was at like shout out to Jeremy. Fuck everybody here, clothing brand, check it out. And yeah, you're the second person I've done that with, so I kind of don't know if it's something I'm gonna continue with, but I feel like it's kind of fun because then we kind of riffed off, So
Yeah. No,
get-
I mean, I think it's solid. I like
Okay,
it.
hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
asking a fellow
Cool little
podcaster.
segment.
So if you guys don't know already, he has his own podcast, and if you don't know, I mean, obviously it's Tony
That's it.
Oddball,
Mhm.
and it's Odd Conversations.
Yeah, an odd conversation.
And
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
sponsored
where
by
could you
Mango
find
Cart.
Where could you find the podcast?
YouTube and soon on streaming services. I've been
Okay.
telling people like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get on streaming services, but to be
streaming
honest,
services. What do you mean by that? Like
like Apple
Spotify?
Music,
Okay.
Spotify.
YouTube,
Is there a certain reason why you haven't done that yet?
Yeah, I get procrastinate and I'm lazy.
Okay.
That's my problem.
I've been
Yeah,
using
it happens.
Buzzsprout, and that kind of does it for me. Once you upload it, it goes to all the, but you have to pay a service fee, like
Yeah.
$20 or something.
This is not bad
But,
at all.
Yeah, just to go, it goes on like Google, like other shit. So I recommend Buzzsprout.
See, like what? Like
So
I did look at a
Buzzsprout,
couple of those what do they call it? Like outlets, or like some kind of agency or something like that.
Yeah.
But basically, that they take care of all that for you.
Yeah,
But I want to find the one that's going to benefit me the most, as because I'm not, because I already have enough confidence that this is going to grow into something big. So I'm not worried about like, oh, what's going to spread the name faster. It's more like, what's going to get me paid more.
Yeah.
That's what I'm more.
Buzzsprout,
into.
I think they also have a thing where if you get a certain amount of like downloads, you can also get like sponsors.
Oh
like,
yeah.
or monetized through their platform.
Mhm.
So if you're getting like 1,000 views or something or listens on Apple, I think they will start giving you money.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would look. I don't get that many views or listens yet, but I would look into that if I were you. I'll probably send you a link or something.
No, hell yeah,
Yeah.
no. I'm definitely gonna be
so
looking
you can
into it a
check
lot
out.
more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like as of right now, I'm barely getting things back into gear with the non-conversation.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
okay, we talked about it briefly on the quick interview I did, but like this is a cool little full podcast. I love this shit. I love sitting down
Full
with guests.
detail.
Yeah, exactly. So why don't you go ahead and start like with like how you got into podcasting and when did you start like doing it? Because I know you said you you thought about it and then you didn't fully do it till like a certain time?
Yeah, I mean, well, because like this is after high school, everyone's already like going to college for whatever they want. I never really thought about like what I'm gonna do, whatnot. But
And
then
how old are you?
I was like 18,
Okay.
like 18 or so, and then eventually
But right now you're what?
I'm 29 now.
Okay. We're both we're 93 babies.
Yeah, 93 till infinity, baby.
Yeah.
But yeah. So it wasn't until like one of my cousins asked me like, well, like what is that you want to do? And then I'm like, I don't know, like because I always hate it's like asking like, what do you do for fun? Like everything just goes out of your mind.
Yeah.
And but my answer is always music. Like, oh, I like music. And then he goes, well, like what would you like to do? I mean, like there's this type of job here. There's this type of job. You know what I mean? You could do X, Y, Z. And then he kind of showed me the way that's like, well, if this is where you want to be at, you could do all these things that surround it. And then now you got your foot in the door. And then from there you could be acknowledged and so on and so forth. And then I used to always talk about music. And then a coworker from Knott's Berry Farm told me like, oh, you should be on the radio. You know a lot. And I was like, oh, ching ching.
Yeah,
Cool, even better.
Light bulb.
Yeah, so I wanted to do that. Then once like throughout the years, radio started dying out more and more.
Yeah. So
So
you're like, how the fuck am I gonna be a radio host?
Yeah, and that was until I think I came because I used to be in love with Ricky Martinez, which is also known as Letty from the Brown Bag podcast, and but I fell in love with her without even seeing her face.
My bad. I don't even want to cut you off.
Yeah.
But her man made our logo.
Oh, George
Pinochet. Yeah,
That's crazy.
He made. Do you have the
George?
No.
Do
Yeah.
not beat my ass. Dude.
he made the
I
Knowing
moved
Neighbors
on.
logo.
I moved on. Okay.
Yeah. But how'd you get obsessed with her? Does she do like YouTube or something?
Well, I just remember like looking up like, okay, well, like if I want to get my foot in the industry, I have to know like who's in the scene right now,
who's
and
in
then
the scene? Yeah,
find out
okay.
who's prior because how the Howard Sterns, the Big Boys, all these things.
Yeah, Joe Rogan.
And then I seen that I heard her interviews with like other rappers that I liked at the time.
Oh wow, so she was doing interviews back. Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I mean, and I was like, dude, like she's smart as fuck. Like she knows the correct answers to ask certain artists.
It's a
You know?
special skill. People don't know that. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, think about it. Like, that's the reason why on my podcast, I don't ask the same question that you can hear anywhere else. And if I do, I tell them straight from the very beginning and say, hey, let's get this obvious questions out the way before we get in depth.
Yeah, it's kind of hard because like, you know what, and I want you to obviously continue, but one of the hardest things is like, how do you ask like questions when people already know like what they do? You know, like how do you keep it more interesting?
Well, I mean, like for instance, like for yourself right here, like when it comes to annoying neighbors, like what's like an annoying neighbor experience you've had, whether you were the one being an annoying neighbor or another person.
Yeah.
You could do something like that, and then let's say like for instance, super into Modern Warfare, cool. You're gonna somehow try to correlate the two together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 'cause
and you have to kind of like do your research.
Yeah. And that's one thing I've been noticing because I also want them to tell their story because I notice like some people just want to tell their story and I'm like, damn, I kind of want to like ask random questions, but you seem like you want to like tell your life story, so I'm just like, all right, fuck it, go for it, you know?
Oh shit, man.
Yeah.
No, too many times watching like La Bamba, Goodfellas, and so like the storytelling aspect is kind of got inherited from doing that.
Yeah.
So watching those movies left and right.
Mm-hmm.
But but like I said, so I remember listening to her interviews, and then eventually like I was like, okay, like what what does this bitch look like? You know what I mean? Like I gotta see what she looks like.
Oh, you didn't even see?
I didn't even know what she
just
looked like.
listening. Wow. Okay.
It's the same effect I have with Nipsey. I listened to Nipsey's interviews before his music,
Oh wow.
and I became a Nipsey fan before listening to the song.
All money in, rest in peace. Yeah.
It's because of the way you're talking. Yeah.
Yeah, well, because they actually had something more to offer than just entertaining.
Yeah.
Like they actually had something to bring to take
Not
home
for real.
to live with.
Nipsey's actually one of the reasons why I moved out here.
Yeah,
Like he just kept saying it, like you just gotta go hard, and it was someone I related to because he was like he was like a hood ass fool, but then he was like all about like his like money, like that's what I
Business
wanted, like
first,
business, yeah. Like and everything he said, I was just like, man, that's some fucking deep shit. So yeah, he definitely influenced me to move.
Rest in peace, Nip.
yeah,
Yeah,
man.
I definitely cried when he fucking passed away.
I got choked up. I'm not gonna cry.
Yeah,
but like I
I-
choked up.
yeah.
Oh, I cried with Mac. I shed a tear for Mac.
yeah.
Like,
See,
really?
I didn't really listen.
Rest in peace, Mac, man.
You know, like yeah, R.I.P. But I never really listened to him.
Man,
Yeah.
I would that like because
I didn't know much about him like I did Nipsey. That's why I definitely cried with Nipsey.
well, I think it's because for me it's like I listened like when I got into hip hop, like I literally went from the ground up, like underground up to the
That was
Mount
a good era
Rushmores,
too. That was a good
to-
era to listen to music.
everything up till now.
Yeah.
And so I'm burping a lot, man. The mango
You're
cart
good.
gets me all
You're good.
gassy.
Yeah, that's how I was at first.
I'm
too,
drinking
with these
coffee
things.
and beer, dude. I'm feeling my
Yeah, that's what I
stomach's
was
going
telling you.
crazy.
I was
Coffee and
like,
beer.
man, your stomach must be
God,
strong as fuck.
Have you ever had the coffee buzz balls before?
Oh.
No.
Dude,
I
don't do it.
No.
That's
Hard
the one
sound like
flavor
a
that
good time,
pass
man.
is so nasty. The one flavor is nasty. Everything else you can withstand it, but that's nasty.
Yeah, that don't sound like a good time at all, man.
It kind of does. I mean, like if you drink
Like it.
coffee and alcohol, like
Yeah.
it's a cool mix.
Would
But
you pour some of that into your coffee?
see, this is beer. Like if you pour like some whiskey in my coffee,
But are you drinking
Yeah.
that at the same time you're drinking this?
yeah. But that's yeah. The buzz balls is alcohol, right? It's
Yeah.
not like beer.
Oh,
Just
okay,
straight, it's just like
okay.
looks like a tennis ball. You pop that thing open, and some people just like chill with it. I pound it because I
yeah,
you know,
yeah. You got to.
Yeah.
Oh, buzz balls? Okay, they just have a coffee flavor. I know what you're talking
Yeah.
about. They have like different flavors.
It looks like
and
chocolate
shit.
milk that you'll get from like elementary school. The one in the bag, it's like that same color.
That's great.
Yeah, but it's nasty. Don't do it.
They have this. I think it's called Kaula or something like that.
Yeah.
That's like a chocolate alcohol too.
yeah.
That-
That's
that
like
one's
coffee.
really good.
Yeah, they put
one's
that good
really
with coffee a lot. But going back
Yeah,
to
you're right. With coffee.
going
that's
back
good.
to your story, how you started.
Oh yeah.
So you were watching Letty. And
Yeah. So I was watching Lefty, and then that's when I found out. Oh, because she left Power 106, and then
Okay.
then she was on the Brilliant Idiots
That's
podcast
right,
with
she
Charlamagne the
was.
God,
That's crazy.
Andy Schultz, and then it said Lefty, but I seen a thumbnail of her face. I'm like, that looks like Ricky. That looks like Ricky Martinez. Hold on.
Yeah.
Clicked on it, and then she said, oh yeah, like that was a name that just gave me. So now I could just be Lefty. Cool. So I
Wait,
was
so
like,
they used to
oh.
call her Ricky?
Yeah, Ricky Martinez. I don't know why.
Wow.
Maybe it's just to try to have like a unique name.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because like when you're attractive and you're in media, you want to have some kind of niche. So maybe they just thought to add a little spice on it. I don't know. So
I didn't know that. Yeah, that's crazy. That's
Mhm.
fascinating. But,
So after seeing that interview and seeing that they only put up clips, but
Mm-hmm.
they offered the full podcast, that's when I learned about podcasting. And then I was like, start listening to it on the daily. And then I'm like, you know what? Maybe I could just do a podcast until I get radio attention, and then I could like work out some kind of deal.
Mhm.
You know, like
Yep,
just like
yep.
long-term hypothetical thinking. And then eventually I'm
sir.
like, podcast money seems to be where the real money is at.
yeah.
So I decided
with
just to-
sponsors and all that.
Yeah, like even the podcast I have right now, like this, I'm only doing this until like gets me enough money to pay all my bills and live comfortable, or it's gonna lead me into better opportunities.
What
That's
do you
the
mean?
only way.
What are you doing to? You talking about podcasting?
When was the last time you podcast?
Shit. Well, that's also where the laziness kicked
Oh
in
yeah,
right there.
we'll go to that right now because it's gonna lead up to that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you got into it. You said you're gonna do it. So what was the experience when you first like? All right, I need to fucking like get these cameras. Like, what was all that? I want to know that.
Shit. iPhones.
Yeah. Oh, it was
iPhones.
shot through
Mhm.
iPhones. Wow.
Everything was iPhones, and
Okay.
then what's it called? And then I had like this one dude.
What
that
kind
was
of
around.
iPhone?
I think at that time it was like maybe like a 4 or 5 or 6 or
Wow.
something.
Okay.
Something around there.
Yeah.
That's the one with like the little ring where you can put your finger in and it scans it, right?
I don't think that was there
No,
yet.
I don't think
I
that
think
was
that
a
was
thing
like
back
That's the
then.
8, right?
That's 7. I think that's 7.
7, 8.
Well, because
6. I couldn't do that either.
it was my very first interview I did was December 2015,
Okay.
and that was with Don Chris from the Buffet Boys.
Okay.
You know, so like
Where
you
was
know,
this at?
This
Riverside?
this is in L.A. This
LA?
is actually after a Suicide Boys show.
With the buffet
And-
boys? Oh, okay. Like
and-
Fat
and-
Nick and all them?
Mhm.
And how'd you get that like situated? Like you just went backstage, or what was
Oh,
that like?
that's another funny. Once again, shout out to Antonio for this one. But me and him went to go to this Ham on Everything show. They just posted a flyer the day of, and you know, we happened to find the address to get there. It was the Underachievers headlining, Denzel Curry, Puya,
Oh, cool.
That's a
and
fucking dope
I think
lineup
Nacho
already.
Picasso or
Yeah.
something.
Sure.
And this is 2015.
Yeah,
Has to be.
2015.
Fuck, dude, that's
Has
just
to be.
such a
That's like
dope
their
time
prime.
of music. Yeah.
Dude, oh man, it was amazing. Like honestly, if you ask me personally, that's like my personal like playlist right there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
When
like
they're on their
A$AP
prime,
Mob.
man, when they're all
Dude.
coming out hard, dude.
Yeah,
for
ASAP
sure.
Mob, TDE was just popping off. You had like the Beast Coast movement, man.
Absol and all them, J
Yeah.
Rock, yeah.
Dude, for
Shout out to
real.
Absol, man.
Yeah, Absol's dope. I heard his new
Yeah,
song
new
just
song?
came out.
Do
Yeah.
Better?
Nice,
I
do
haven't
better.
heard it.
Gotta
Get
do
on it.
better. I
Get
gotta
on
do
it.
better. I gotta. That thing's hard, bro.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
just really
so
get into
you
that.
you went there with your homie Antonio.
Oh, that's my cousin.
Mm-hmm.
And so we went and we watched Puya do his set. Cool time. Denzel pretty much owned the night, and then afterwards Underachievers went on. But Don
Dude,
Chris
that's such
was
dope.
like so like turned up, whatever. He was in the crowd moshing, go back out on stage. He tried to get on top of a speaker, but the speaker tilted over,
Oh fuck.
and I'm in the back. My cousin's like in the front. Jesus. Shout out to
You
Mango
good.
Cart. Anyways, so the speaker falls and he lands on some people. I'm like, oh dang, that sucks, whatever, right? After the show's over, I find my cousin. He goes, hey, do you see that fool fucking fall on me? I'm like, what?
Oh,
He's like,
shit.
yeah, like he like straight up knee dropped me, boom. Like if I didn't have those drinks, that would have fucking hurt.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, so we're walking out, but
Lawsuit.
I didn't know that was Don Chris that fell on him. So we happened to cross paths. I'm like, oh hey, what up, Chris? Just saying what's up. Just like one of those fans. And then he's like, oh, how's it going? And then all of a sudden, my cousin comes up, I was like, you're the one that fucking knee dropped me off the speaker. He's like,
Yeah.
oh shit, I did? What?
Yeah.
We all just started laughing,
That's
talking.
hilarious.
And then I mentioned the idea of doing a podcast. I didn't even do any podcast at that time.
Yeah.
And then
You just threw it out random, like, "Hey man, I'm thinking about doing a podcast. It would be cool to have you on."
I didn't even get to finish that part.
Oh no.
He was like, oh, he pulls his phone out. Hey, I'm trying to get the interview with you. I think just because they're still making a name for themselves. So he was like, oh, like any kind of publicity, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, okay, sure.
And this is 2015. Yeah.
And then shortly after, we went to what's it called? We went to a Suicide Boy show, the first LA show, and then we met up afterwards with Tyler Grosso, and we got a quick interview in. And I think if you look comparing it to how it is back then to now, I'm like, oh, dude, I was a nervous ass
So
kid.
so that was like you did live like interviews. That was like the first like engagement of podcasting, right?
Yeah.
There. Damn.
Mhm.
So you said you're super nervous. I can only imagine because it's your first time. So you're probably just thinking to yourself like, what do I even say? Like you don't want to say nothing generic.
Yeah, well, I mean, at that time, like, of course, there's so many other questions I wanted to do, but
Yeah.
I wasn't prepared. I didn't write these things down.
Mm.
It's like, it's like talking to a girl that's like very pretty, and
Yeah.
then you forget anything that's interesting to say.
Yeah.
And then so it's like, oh, wow, you get nervous.
Yeah.
Mm.
And
So
so,
do you remember what the interaction was?
I think at first he was just like, all right, let's get this shit over with type of energy.
Oh shit.
But I don't blame him. I mean,
Yeah,
think
yeah.
about how, like, if you're already making a name for yourself and you're already across the country.
Do you know where you at? Can we find this
Yeah,
if
it's
you
on
looked it
YouTube.
up?
Yeah, it's on the YouTube page.
Okay.
But like it was under like the old like interviewing like name. It was like Why Not TV LA.
Shout out your YouTube page again.
Oh.
Well, it's gonna be an odd conversation or like _ Tony Oddball. You know what I mean? Like you'll be able to find it there.
Sweet.
But this was something else. What was it called?
Why Not TV LA? But
Why not TV?
that's
LA?
that's
Okay.
already like a crash and burn.
Yeah. But,
trial run.
but that's what you started with.
But the videos are on the same
Yes,
channel.
yeah.
Mhm.
I gotta look those up. I didn't know that.
But
Yeah,
right
very
after
good
that, I got in touch with JK the Reaper, which is from Denzel Curry's camp.
Sick.
And I did not expect for him to hit me back. And he hit me back and
So you DM'd him on Instagram or what was it?
SoundCloud actually.
SoundCloud. Wow.
Because I know Denzel announced
Damn,
the
that's
tour.
crazy.
He was on the lineup, and then I was like, oh well, why not take a shot in the dark?
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah.
he I left my number. He texted me, and he's like, hey, I'm down for that interview in L.A. I was like, oh
Sick.
snap. So of course another cousin, mind you, this is how you know I'm Mexican when I have so many damn cousin stories.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I had him because he's the biggest fan of him at the time. So I was like, yeah, sure. But I need your help. You need to record it. I'll buy you a
Yeah, yeah.
ticket. And so that was a good one. That's the most viewed interview I ever had.
Oh yeah.
Man, you
Sick.
should have kept
And
going.
this is
you already
that-
had a couple famous guys on there, man.
For
Imagine
real.
if you just
Exactly.
kept hitting, dude. If especially because you had them already, they would have put the word out, man, and you could have got some more interviews, maybe, man.
It really was how it was because like even then like there's like few people that like I was really like like I kicked it with them a couple times that are like still like doing things in the scene.
Yeah.
I don't want to be the name dropper like that.
No,
I'm
let's
just
hear it.
I'm just naming
Let's
it
hear
out.
these fucking names.
I'm not doing that. Yeah, that's like the guy that wants to brag about all like oh yeah, it's like I drove this type of car before. I've been here. It's like oh cool.
Yeah,
But,
humble.
you know,
Humble, man. Cool.
Yeah, like I rather it come to life, and then we could talk about like oh man, we tried to do this interview like years ago, you know. So that's I think I like that experience a little
So
more.
the most viewed video that you have is under Why Not what is it called again?
Why not TV?
Why
LA.
Not TV LA.
And how long were those? Like, oh, you said 2015, right?
Yeah, that was like 2016 for that one. Yeah,
Okay. So when you okay.
like
After-
the full transition.
Yeah, so did you do any more interviews or was that just a couple?
Yeah,
like,
I did a good couple interviews afterwards. But then like I got into a relationship. You know how like
slow down a little bit.
well, not even slow down. Like, I was just gullible, and she was just like, well, think about it, like, like, what are you really gonna do for a job? I had that type of response, and I was like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, you might be right. And then I pretty much quit right there.
Yeah.
And then
it happens, man. It happens.
yeah, exactly. But then that already happened. We broke up. Cool. I started doing my own thing. Quarantine happened, and then everybody in the house that I was living with with cousins.
Yeah.
They all were working on something on the side. One of them was doing TikTok for fun. Another one was making music. The other one was doing online tutoring. So everyone was working on something, and I was like, well, maybe I could just do this just to bypass time.
Yeah.
And man, everybody was ready to work during quarantine, because Chewy, shout out Chewy from Sacramento, and he makes really great music. He does very well with his music for sure. And he put something up on Twitter saying like, oh, I really want to work with people who really want to work with me and blah blah blah. So I just DM'd him at 7 in the morning, and he hit me back like 30 minutes later like, yeah, I'm down. And I was like, oh shit, well, how am I gonna do this? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't have a name no more because I don't want to do Why Not TV LA no more.
Yeah.
And then I don't have anything ready, but I know this is a great opportunity. I'm not gonna let this pass by. So from there, we started the podcast, and I told him straight up, I don't have an introduction, but my name is Tony Oddball, and this is an odd conversation, and with a special guest, blah blah blah. And then eventually, I'm like, that don't sound too bad, like fucking intro. That's the intro, like just small stuff.
Yeah.
And then after doing that one, boom,
So
start taking
you
off.
said he's from Sacramento. He came by to do the interview, or
Oh no, this is actually
How'd
over
you
FaceTime.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 'cause
this okay.
This is like a month after quarantine came
Yeah,
into
yeah,
effect.
yeah.
Yeah.
So okay, that's cool. Yeah. That's sick.
Mhm.
So why do they call you Tony Oddball?
I'm weird, dude. I'm totally weird.
So you always had that name like growing up?
well,
Just have them odd conversations.
yeah, I've been called an oddball a good amount of times around that time specifically. And then eventually I was like, like Tony Oddball. I was like, it don't sound too bad. Like you have Joey Badass, so
Yeah,
I don't see
Joey
what's up with
Badass, yeah.
with Tony
Oh, you
Oddball.
got all kinds of crazy names, man.
No,
yeah,
but like
Oddball
with that
has a
ring,
nice. Yeah. I was about to say that. Yeah, it has a
Yeah.
nice ring to it.
It was either that or
I'm
Tony with
I'm
a
actually
nine.
surprised you didn't do odd conversations first. That it just sounds perfect. The oddball.
It just happened. Like
Yeah, odd conversations. I like that.
yeah, it just happened all right there. Like
Yeah.
I don't plan things out. I can't sit down and write like ideas.
Spontaneous. Yeah.
I have to be doing something, and the ideas come.
Yeah.
So that's why in the middle of the interview, or like right when the interview started, I'm like, okay, let's just try this for now. Whatever, throw it away, and eventually I'm like, all right, let's come back here real quick.
Yeah.
That's crazy that you did the FaceTime. How'd you? So like, I've always been curious. When you do the FaceTime interview, how does that work? Like, do you feel like it's not natural in a sense, or how does
The
that
energy
feel?
is totally different.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. That's why I was surprised when you said FaceTime.
Yeah, well, I mean, because you have to remember, like everybody still wants to pursue what they want,
Yeah.
and so they're a lot of people are willing to do whatever it takes.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking like, well, this is something for now.
Mm-hmm.
And once quarantine lifts up, 'cause I didn't think it was gonna be that long. So I was like, okay, once it lifts up, then we could go ahead and
Yeah, it was supposed
see
to be a
what's
couple
going on.
months, and then it became fucking like 2 years. Damn it.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And so I was like, all right, well, we can do something like small for now, and then, when the world opens up, concerts start going off again. Cool, I'm gonna go meet up with these people, connect, and then, we're gonna, help each other out, blah blah
Sick.
blah.
Okay.
That's cool, yeah.
So that was the original plan.
So you did a good amount of FaceTime interviews, or
Yeah, I did
Okay.
a lot of those, and then And then when my first in-person one was with Triz. Triz, you know, shout out Triz. Really good music right there. And
What year was this when you did the actual first interview, like in
2020.
person? Okay, it was the same year.
yeah, same year, like just like 6 months down the line.
Yeah.
And we ended up getting an interview in, and the internet, the energy, totally different from just FaceTime.
Yeah, because you're actually there. Yeah. I can only imagine. Yeah.
Yeah, like, you know, they kind of pick up on your energy. Like, okay, like he makes me feel comfortable, and vice versa. All right, cool. Now let's talk. You know, being in front of the camera actually does get you nervous though.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
You bet, man.
yeah, you gotta just kind of forget it. Like right now, I just remember we're recording. I zoned out. Like,
but that's the best part about doing a podcast.
Exactly.
When you don't think you're doing a podcast or you forget all about it, hey, you're doing your job right.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You get into it, you know, you just forget.
Yeah.
That's how I am the whole time. I just literally forgot you're fucking recording.
This is off instinct now. Like,
That's cool,
because
dude.
I have to press the button to pan the
Yeah, that's
cameras.
what I was like wondering what you were doing. And then I was
Sometimes
like,
I forget,
and I
so
was seeing your
sometimes
pictures
it's
and
stuck
shit.
on my face while you're talking or yours, but I try my best to fucking go back.
Now,
and forth.
if he can you like edit it later? Or is
I
it all recording at the
could,
same
but
time? Oh, that's cool.
it just takes too long.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
but
get it.
Yeah,
so-
I hate editing too.
Yeah,
That's
so
also another reason why
that's
I
what-
procrastinate on
Yeah,
shit.
that's what I was gonna start asking. So, you got into podcasting, you know, switched the names. That's cool that you did. I didn't know the live thing because that's kind of hard. That's a different talent in itself because
Yeah,
you're
you got
in
it,
there.
man.
You got to be like how you said. You kind. I guess you work off that. You just said that, so
Wait,
you probably
you
like
see
that
yourself
shit.
doing that again?
Yeah, oh yeah, I was
Yeah,
about to ask
well,
that.
I mean, it's like what we talked about when we did that first interview at Top Fest.
Yeah.
Where like, dude, I got shut down by girls so often. So if someone didn't want to talk to me, I'm cool with that. You know, like that didn't bother me one
Yeah.
bit. And so,
Can't let it.
you know, exactly. But it's also like, you know, you learn how to communicate better every single time.
That's it.
You know.
Yeah.
So that's why, you know, networking and stuff like that, like, it's cool because I come with like all love.
But-
you know what I mean?
Was that your first time back to doing live interviews?
Yeah.
In a cool minute, like a year or something.
Yeah.
Okay. Or,
No,
yeah,
like
years. Yeah.
Mhm.
But like even before that, going back to what he said earlier, when was the last time you did the podcast? Because you said you took a little break.
Yeah, that was actually last year.
Okay.
Last year
Was
and with Will Evans. you know,
Will
on
Evans was the
TikTok.
last one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Why is that? Because you say you kind of procrastinate. You kind of.
Well,
What was the whole reason taking that year break?
yeah. Well, I mean, if you know, being from the Inland Empire and stuff, and being stationed in the IE Riverside and stuff like that,
A lot
not
of
many
people
people
don't
are gonna
wanna
come
drive.
out here.
Yeah.
You know,
I feel that.
and like you can't be upset. You can't blame them.
I don't blame them at all.
Mhm.
I don't want to go to LA.
Shit.
Like when I do go to LA to do an interview, I'm like, oh my god, I gotta drive an hour and a half because of traffic, and I'm like, I just gotta plan ahead, but I have to do it.
Mhm.
They don't have to drive out here. Like the times, dude. Shout out to Pretty Papes and shout out to like Dan Ganja, those fools that drove to my podcast.
Those
I was
two-
like,
those
whoa,
two right there. Yeah, I gotta get that one going for sure.
dude, he's cool as fuck, and the people that all drove out to just do a podcast that are not local. Dude, I appreciate it so much. I always feel so bad.
Mhm.
Like, even my co-hosts will be like, dude, who cares? Like, if they want to do it, come. I'm like, nah, dude. Like, I want them to, like, want to come. Like,
Yeah.
doing that hour drive, some people are just like, man, what the fuck am I doing? You
Oh,
know?
yeah. Well, yeah, because some people just, sometimes just putting the work in, it just kind of gets frustrating, you know.
Yeah.
That's why, like, even for me, like, like for a majority of a non-conversation, it's only been me. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? When we had a studio going, shout out to Detour and CJ Ashley, they offered their studio to me.
Mm.
And, originally they were saying for free. But every time I did like some kind of interview there, like I'd always like kick down some money.
Yeah. Just
But
out of love. Yeah.
it's just I know how it is to spend money or spend a lot of time perfecting something and still working on something
Mhm.
and not get paid for it.
Yeah.
You know, so
This
they
is all fucking this is
Yeah.
all this is a hobby right here in a
mhm.
sense, you know.
But they show nothing but love, and I'm like, and let alone they're very skilled at what they do. So I'm like, yeah, they need to have more attention. So definitely, I'm gonna go ahead and definitely be
Kick
promoting
down.
them for that one,
Yeah.
dude. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
But Yeah, but like we have people drive out to the studio.
Yeah.
You know, but a lot of them weren't too far. you know?
Yeah.
So
So what made you like? Did you realize something when you were doing it where you're like, man, like the people I want, they're too far away. I don't want to drive there. They don't want to drive here. Then you just took
I'm
a
all for
break.
mobile. I'll drive.
Yeah.
Like because it's like a concert in the car.
Yeah.
You know, and plus like you get energized. So when you're energized and you're talking to somebody, like hey, you already have like an uplifting, energy to you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I need to stop saying energy. It's starting to be too much.
I just barely realized. I mean,
Shit.
I just heard it right now. But so like that year break, what was that though? Like you were trying to find yourself. What was that like?
Dude, I'm not gonna front whatsoever, dude. It was just pure irresponsibility, like
Mhm.
on my bullshit type of thing. Drinking heavy.
Okay.
And that's why I'm like just moderately drinking now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At least, I never been one to be a stupid drunk or nothing like that. But like it got to a point where like I wouldn't be aware of what I'm doing. Like I'm consciously there, but like I don't see the bigger picture of like, oh shit, hey, this could be disrespectful.
Yeah.
Or oh man, you're looking like a fucking idiot.
Mhm.
So that's why I'm just like moderately like taking control of that.
Mhm.
Like just stay away from like certain things too. Not that it was ever a problem, but it's like it's not me.
Yeah.
So
So
that's
that
fine.
you felt like that year break was like trying to find yourself in a sense, or just trying to like tame that person that you're becoming.
I think it was just like forgetting about me. That's it. Just forgetting. Because like like I already kind of know who I am and then where I'm gonna be going.
Yeah.
But when I'm on bullshit, I'm not. I'm just trying to just stay comfortable, and you don't grow without it. So you have to put yourself in those uncomfortable positions, and I've actually recently caught on to that. So because of all that, I'm like, you know what, enough's enough, dude. And plus, I'm not getting any younger.
Yeah.
A lot of these people are getting big off, doing some things that I could do better.
Mhm.
So it's like, all right, well, let me just get there then.
Yeah, because you seem like you're really like this. This is what you want to do. That's what I'm trying to figure out why. Because you're good at it too. I mean, you seem like we vibe off right away, and I feel like that's the same thing you do to your guests. Like I haven't seen like all the episodes, but I've seen some. But you're really good at it. So that's what I'm trying to figure out why you took a year off, where you're just like kind of like just chilling and vibing. Like,
Yeah, no, like I said,
because I know
just-
you said the studio was one of the issues.
Yeah. Well, that's because like we had like a whole setup and stuff. Like we had like they had a whole setup and this is opened the doors for me.
Yeah.
So we had like everything on lock and I felt confident as ever. And then eventually it got to the point where it's like not many people would be willing to drive out there, and then eventually I just started getting lazy on my own.
Yeah.
So it's like
I feel that. I relate that. That's why when I'm saying that, sometimes I do that. So that's why I understand it. It's cool seeing like you ever work with someone and you're just like on the same path, and then you're just like, man, I feel you. This job, like, we just got pushed through. It's another day, another. So when I talk to you, it's cool seeing that another person is on the same field. Like, we're coworkers in a sense.
Yeah, basically.
Like all the struggles that you go through, I go through too. So that's kind of like, that's why when I asked that, I'm like, it's trippy because I ask myself that too. Like, why haven't I posted in 2 weeks? Like, why haven't I done this and that?
And that's another thing I hate about social media. Social
Dude,
media,
trust me.
it's not even enjoyable anymore. It's just
Right.
It's just business.
It's anxiety.
Now. It's like I hate
Exactly.
it.
That's why I'm never
And
on.
boredom.
Yeah, like if you don't get like a certain number of viewers, and it's like, man, like, I just don't understand the algorithm thing. Like I said, it's all business.
It's crazy though because 9 times out of 10. Okay, I'm not gonna mention the comedian that said this, but he said when he goes to a town and someone doesn't know that he's in town, he doesn't blame the person. He blames himself because he didn't do enough promoting, which is weird because sometimes when I post stuff and I see it doesn't get that many views, I'm curious if it's like the app itself where it doesn't show my stuff because there's so much stuff going on, so people probably don't even see it. Like, so
Well.
sometimes I'm like, oh, no one fucks with it, but then I'm like, realistically, probably no one's seen it.
Well,
Like-
it's about the traffic that you get from it, though. It's about the traffic that you have involved in what you do.
Yeah.
Like for instance, like anybody that shares your story, or like post your stuff on their story, all right, now you're getting that many more viewers, and then that brings more attraction. They don't even have to click on your page. They just know that people are seeing these right here.
And even with the reels, if you do a
Those
lot
are-
of
yeah, those
reels,
are popping.
those even if you're like a dude, you don't even know how many random people I get on my like
Feed?
little feed. You get random people, man, just because they post so many reels, and they get like thousands of likes, man. It could be like they only have like 100 followers, man, and you get so many likes because they do so many reels and it pops up on people's feeds.
Yeah,
and
someone just mentioned they found my podcast like that because it popped up on their reels, and I was like, oh
you're
shit,
public,
like
right? You're not private.
yeah, it's public.
Yeah,
Yeah,
see.
I think that's another
Exactly,
thing too about an odd conversation that it don't have its own page, and I like it like that because
It's your personal page, or what do you mean?
yeah. But so Instagram is just my personal page, but the YouTube channel, it's like okay, if I could get like a following on YouTube with just alone,
Just YouTube.
the Instagram's gonna make its own way,
Yeah.
you know.
I
And
get you. Yeah, yeah.
you know, and it's cool like that. I like it like that.
Mm.
But like in reality though, like I said, like think of like what we talked about. I don't know if we were recording when we talked about this though. Well, with Elon Musk like dropping,
yeah. I heard you guys talking about, but
Yeah,
yeah,
no.
we weren't talking about.
he
yeah, it wasn't
he
recording.
got rid of what 11,000?
Yeah,
Yeah.
something like that.
11,000, and then Amazon let go of a lot of people too.
Like 30, 40 around there.
So it's like, hey, who knows? This might be the rise of the underground once more.
Yeah.
And what do you mean by that?
Think about it. You look at Vinny Paz from like Jedi Mind Tricks, or like
Ooh, Jenna Mind Tricks, though.
yeah, like you go down like that depth, like those depths of that type of underground realm.
Idea and Abilities, Atmosphere, Aesop Rock,
Mm.
all those guys.
When you have all that right there, that's like pure independent grind right there. People like things that are like, kind of unique.
Mm.
Like yeah, you can go to the more popping places, cool, but you have a longer lasting career. Being independent and actually having a solid fan base.
Yeah.
Trez also talked about it like this too. This is not like you don't need to be famous. Believe me, I don't want to be famous.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to get world starred. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People just look for a reason just to fuck with people.
Mm.
But if I have like 1,000 loyal fans, I put out like a $5 item every month and it sells out from just those 1,000 fans alone. That's $5,000 a month.
Yeah.
You know, and just like Larry June said, numbers, no matter how big, how low, it still adds up.
Exactly.
So
Larry June, shout out Larry June.
Yeah, that's a
mhm.
dope ass artist.
So
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. It's just about you don't need to famous. You don't need to be famous. Just have a good fan base and you're solid.
Consistency.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
So
why like podcasts nowadays have live shows.
yeah, they do.
You know,
Yeah,
that's my goal right there. My next milestone is just do a live show.
Has-
Science Observatory, they always get you could always get a show there. You just gotta pay, And then
Mhm.
the
yeah. Wait, are you
tickets
talking
sell.
about like an actual live show, or are you
Yeah,
talking
actual
about
live- like a
live
live
streaming?
podcast.
Okay.
They do, yeah.
Yeah.
For people
I thought
that
you meant
go
like
pay.
live on like just streaming it, like
Oh hell no,
Yeah.
no
Yeah.
streaming. Yeah, I'm not doing streaming.
Yeah.
That just seems like a headache. I'd rather take my time with it. But if doing a live show, it's like cool. You can interact, just like being a stand-up comedian.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then if you do it constantly, you're always getting new people, and then those people always bring more people, and then goes up from there, man. That's cool.
Numbers.
what's
That'd be a cool thing.
what do you feel like is the next step? Because we kind of added up to recently. You said you took like a year off, and when's the next podcast gonna be like actually going on? Do you have your own equipment, or
Yeah.
what's stopping you to make the next episode?
Shit. Well, first off, I need to get the Top Fest video done.
Yeah,
I owe them that for sure.
yeah.
So-
You were saying
Yeah,
earlier you're thinking of selling some too. So are you actually thinking of still doing it?
Wait, what do you
or,
mean selling what?
Didn't you want to sell some of your equipment?
Oh yeah, I was
that was
thinking
off
about
mic.
it.
Are
Yeah.
you really
Yeah.
like interested in still
Talking to
doing the
Mike.
podcast or?
No, it is, but like those are like for like real studios like style.
Okay.
So that's why I'm like, well, I don't have a studio. I don't see that happening for a minute.
Yeah.
And not that I can't. Well, it's not like I can't afford it either. But
But you can do it because you have the equipment and stuff.
yeah, exactly. But I mean, shit, I could sell that and then pay off what I owe on it, and then what's it called? And just invest it into the other equipment. Like when I saw you at Top Fest with what you had going, I'm like, yo, something simple as that. Hey, I can definitely do mobile shit with that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean,
Yeah,
this is,
backpacking it like you were saying. Exactly. Cool.
Mhm.
this is all
Cool, man.
technically mobile. Like, I'll break down what I got right now, just so I don't know if you need any like advice or tips on this, but like, dude, this is like really like this is all you need to be mobile. Like you can show up to anybody, and the fact I'm doing this saves me fucking so much time on editing. Because back then it would take me 3 hours, but I would literally have to sit right there for 3 hours. If I did anything else, it'd take 5 hours. So I'll take an hour one day, next day another hour, next day another hour, next day 30 minutes. So it'll be like 6 days. You know, sometimes it won't even be that because I'll the other 3 days I'll forget. So now it's 2 weeks gone that I didn't fucking finish editing. But this is literally like fucking 10 minutes.
Shit.
Yeah, so I'll explain it. I'll show
Definitely.
you what you need because, like I said, I find you really good at what you're doing, and I want to see more episodes. That's why I'm trying to like. I'm not like trying to bust your balls. I'm like, why aren't you doing a podcast? Because you're talented, dude.
What's that one dude
and
that?
you're good at talking.
Yeah, dude, for real.
No, I appreciate
I
that.
like the vibe.
Like what's that one dude? I think it was Devin Goggins. Like if you don't
Yeah,
want
yeah,
that
Devin
bad, that you don't want as well as you want to breathe.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
oh shit, you know.
Hey,
like,
but sometimes
alright.
you gotta have that conversation with yourself because
do.
that's
You
why I
really
stopped
do.
making music. I've said it many times on the podcast. I stopped making music because I seen another talented rapper wanted it more than me, and that I told myself like, what am I doing? Like, if I'm not gonna go out of my way to do that, then I need to stop. And I remember I went to an open mic, and I couldn't get on stage. But I was also like doing a lot of coke back then, so I think that was part of it.
Yeah, cocaine causes a lot of problems.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that's
I was
what-
about to say, spark that shit up.
Make sure
I
you're
retired
party,
from
huh?
cocaine. For
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, so-
I stick to my mushrooms. That's it. That's
Yeah,
all. That's
dude,
all.
I love
it is from
psychedelics.
here on out.
But
I did some not too long ago at Essex in the Mojave Desert, bro. It was fucking dope, just seeing the stars and shit, man.
Well, let me ask
That
you guys
sounds
this much right here. Like, what's like one of the highest you've ever been? Like doing like whether it's just smoking weed or like doing psychedelics. I'm gonna ask like that typical stoner question.
the highest I've ever been, weed wise, the only one I can remember was probably like 5-6 years ago off of edible. It hit me so hard at 2 a.m. when I fell asleep already, and I woke up levitating. Like I didn't even feel like I can like get up. I remember I floated up, my whole body's numb. I'm just moving, trying to figure out where's the water because I can't breathe. And I'm just looking, and I finally get the water. And like, dude, I couldn't. My fucking heart was racing. I felt like I was gonna die.
Damn.
That was the highest I've been off of weed,
Damn.
off of shrooms,
Sketch.
psychedelics. I was so
man.
high. I think the worst one was when I was high in San Francisco, New Year's Day. We took it on on Eve, but like. I took acid and shrooms, and then for some reason, at 5 a.m, we take more shrooms and acid, and continue drinking.
Yeah,
So
see,
we-
that's
we're-
too much.
But we're already like
That's
turned
too
up.
much.
So it's a new day, new. So it's New Year's Eve going into New Year's Day, and we get more alcohol, and we're partying. We just keep going, and I'm loving life at this point because acid's kicking in. I'm like, dude, this feels so amazing. But then there was a point where I blacked out. And then I wake up from the blackout and I'm crying. And my homie's like, Box, you good? You good?
Damn.
And I'm like, dude, I feel fucking amazing. Like, for some reason, but what led up to that, this bum came up to me with his hands all messed up. He said something about, like, life is like hard or something. I was like, I feel you, man. And I opened up about my parents. And then that's when I figured out I have, like, some problems with my parents about not them always like I love my parents, but I'm the middle child, so I feel like I didn't get
middle child syndrome.
yeah. So I feel like I didn't get that much attention. So that sparked something where I'm like, oh, like I have some trauma there. So even though it was a bad trip, I learned from it. I don't remember what I said in that blackout because I came back from like at least 30 to an hour. And I was just crying, like, and I'm like, I feel so good right now. What's going on? And then my homie's just like, oh shit, what the fuck? You're back. Okay, like let's keep going, bro.
Man.
Yeah. So that was the hardest fucking.
I
two
remember
trips.
one time I took mushrooms, man, and I was fucking out of the orbit, dude. I was fucking done. I was like up. I was so high that like I looked down. I'm like, hey God, hey, you see the view yet?
Damn.
Like, dude, it was too much. But you learn from it. But honestly, like getting emotional and all that stuff, hey, that's healthy. That's healthy for
I
you.
know, for real.
Like people are like thinking like, oh, I don't like that. It makes me like sad, and I'm like, well, maybe that's a cry that you didn't know you needed.
Yeah.
You know, it's
You
nothing wrong
definitely-
with it.
yeah,
dude.
yeah, yeah.
Nothing wrong with it. I just tell people like, if you're gonna do it because you feel like it. Don't do it because you're feeling pressured, and be real with yourself.
Yeah.
Don't be that facade that
Trip
like some
out
people
crazy.
that that do. If there's some the bad and wrongs that you've done in your life, acknowledge it and take accountability for that. Aside from that, shit, I never had a bad time. I mean, there's times I was paranoid, but fucked me up, but never had a bad trip.
Yeah.
It's good, man.
Not
Yeah,
once.
I feel like now with psychedelics, I look at it trying to find an answer or a good time. Either or. It's either I'm gonna get an answer, I've been stressed out, depressed, let's figure it out, or let's just have a good ass time. And if you look at it like that, even if you have a bad trip, you get an answer out of it. Because why did you have that bad trip? Are you a bad person? Are you having bad thoughts? That's where you have to tell yourself, like, what do I have to figure out within myself? And people don't get that.
Yeah.
They're just
They
like,
don't.
I had a bad trip. I don't want to do that ever again. Like, motherfucker, realize why you had it. Like, it's not because it's bad. It's a bad trip. It's because something's wrong with you.
Yeah, I mean that's the case for a lot of people.
Yeah.
But the last time I took mushrooms, that's when I kind of figured out that life's like a stained glass window. How do you make stained glass window? But with broken pieces, no.
Okay.
You just gotta piece
I didn't
yourself
know that.
together.
Yeah.
Like it's not gonna be the same no more, but you piece it together, it's still gonna look nice.
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta make it as beautiful as you can.
That's true, man.
Simple as that, man.
That's true.
So
What,
that's
what
definitely
was your
what's-
bad trip? Did you ever have a bad, or
I
what?
never really had
Not a bad
trip.
trip. What was the highest you've been?
I've been a whole different type of high. You feel me? So I actually was really heavy on opiates and shit like that. So that's like the highest I've been, bro.
Fucking
Like straight
heroin.
nodding out and shit, dog. You feel
I can
me?
only imagine.
You feel me? I never was really into like fucking psychedelics and stuff like that. I've taken them, but when I taken them, bro, like I was like already so like on opiates and shit, so like they wouldn't really hit me like that. And I don't even take so much, bro, not a lot or anything like that.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I did acid. That was a really crazy time. I was like super high, but I don't really remember like that because that was like in like 7th grade, bro.
Shit.
But yeah, no, the highest I've been was for sure like off opiates, like not to lie or anything like that, man. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Nah, honestly, like for me now, if it ain't natural, I ain't touching it. You know what I mean? Like I had my fun with cocaine.
Hey, everybody does.
Yeah,
something, dog, for sure.
like when you do it for the
Trust
first
me,
time, you find out
everybody.
does it. It's crazy.
And when I did it, like when I first started, I didn't really know like like how they really affect you and shit like that.
Shit. I still haven't felt the effects as far as I know yet. But But at the past few times that I've done it, only bad things happen. Only one of them for doing it, but other ones it's just something coincidental that happens. And
Definitely, man.
But like after that though, I mean shit. Like just doing it like just one time with like some of your closest people. Man, the disappointment that you give off, dude.
Yeah, bro,
dude.
definitely,
So
definitely.
like for me, I'm always apologetic, and like I acknowledge it. So if you're watching this, big dog, really am sorry. All right,
Yeah.
we can talk about it. Hopefully,
Yeah, bro, that's why I'm like, I'm not like, I don't promote that shit. I feel like it's like cool.
Yeah.
Tell anybody it's cool, bro. Like when everybody talks, if someone talks about it, bro, I tell them fucking, it's not, it's not worth it.
I
in
just
the
say
end,
that
bro,
I'm
at
retired
all.
and I'm done. I don't want to
Yeah.
be no part of it.
Yeah.
Ain't worth it.
Definitely not worth it.
Mm-mm.
Young people watching, annoying neighbors, don't do drugs.
I say try it. No.
Hey, at least experiment once.
Oh,
but,
gosh.
Because
don't
then
get
you'll
hooked.
figure out what you do and don't like, but don't get hooked.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Yeah.
I was hooked on cocaine for like a cool I mean, I never really realized it because I always have it on the weekends. Whenever we went out, because we would turn up, but like when I drink, I want to go to sleep. Like I'm not that. You know how people black out and they're just like, bop, bop, there's just autopilot, just a full of energy. I'm like, how the fuck do they get that way? Because when I drink, I get sluggish where I'm just like, and then once I sit down, it just knocks
Yeah.
out.
Knock out, exactly.
So
Me
I would need coke.
Yeah, to like
Just
keep you going.
Yeah, I would just keep doing it every weekend. I didn't realize it because I started doing coke more majorly when I was 18.
Oh shit.
So 18 all the way to like maybe 26. Like that was kind of like always in my weekends. If not
Just
that
partying and
weekend,
shit,
at least
yeah.
2 to 3 weekends, it'll be back in my like rotation.
See, like my prime of doing that was during my year of bullshit before I decided to do this thing again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
But like, even then
So
though,
recently, kind of.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, but like it was never no absurd amount, and like I don't buy it. Like, and I probably only
It should
bought
be
it
around, yeah.
like once or twice ever.
Oh wow.
And it
I
was
was selling it.
well, like, you know,
I
but
always
it's
had
some
it
good
on
money
me.
though,
Yeah,
some good
yeah,
money.
yeah.
But to me though, it wasn't like me like all to myself. Like, dude, I'll hand that shit out like
Yeah,
candy.
yeah,
Because I'm
dude,
like, dude,
trust
this
me.
is too much.
Well, people used to come to my place after a show because the co-host, he's part of a band called River Rats.
Shout out River Rats.
Yeah,
Hell
they'll come to my place. I'll literally come out with a fucking plate and just be like, who wants some coke?
Fucking just
Like
racked
just
up and
just racked
shit.
up, boom,
Ah.
boom, boom. There'll be 10 people. I'm giving them free coke because I'm just like, I'm new around here. Like this is like my new kind of like family in
Yeah.
a sense.
Mm.
So it's just me like just
So we're
showing my general,
socialized.
yeah, like just connecting in a sense.
Man, I did that shit for bitches, bro.
Yeah.
Like, once I saw like some girls would be doing them, like I'm like, oh hell, all right, yeah, I'll take a bump. Yeah, why not?
Is that what
You
you're
know,
doing?
cool.
Yeah, I'll
All
join the
right,
party.
Cool,
Yeah.
cool, you know.
I'm not gonna be a
Everybody's
square.
different though, man. Because like for me, coke, I never really liked it, man. It made me really feel weird.
I don't like
I
it. I
love
like
it.
the way it smells though.
I don't know. I
just
didn't
got,
like it
I
at
just
all.
got that. I was like, wait, what? Oh man.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, everyone's different, man, for sure.
No, yeah. I mean, people love downers. People love uppers. I feel like I'm a pretty calm guy, so downers doesn't do much to me besides make me go to sleep.
Yeah.
So when I did coke, it was like it was just like this different animal of just like boom, boom, boom.
But
Let's
if
go,
you're-
baby. We fucking going. I don't go like right now. If I did it, like what time is it? It's 8:55. If you told me that there's a party going down in LA, I'll rack up 2 fat lines. I'm like, I'm driving. Like anything was
Dip out and
possible.
shit.
Like I will go because I got coke. I can stay up to 5 in the morning.
Yeah.
Like that's what it
Shit.
was. Like
See,
I
that's-
I was like doing photography before. I would literally drive out all the way to like from here to San Fernando or something just to go to a show and take pictures, and then drive all the way back
Mhm.
on the
That's
same
crazy,
night.
bro.
And like that was like an hour and a half drive or something. But I'll be coked out.
And if you guys can take anything from this specific topic right here, don't do drugs.
Exactly.
Do not.
Or try it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Just try
You
it.
know, if it ain't natural, don't touch it.
If it's helping you be productive, do it. No, I'm kidding. Nah.
Hey, in reality,
Because
everyone's,
I was
in reality,
super
everyone's
productive.
an experiment, bro. Everyone is. If you really,
Yeah.
you know, like, I mean,
Yeah.
it depends, honestly, your background and shit, but some people are bound to fucking try something,
Now, dude,
bro.
and not only that, but
take it from us, though, don't fucking just
Don't do
try it.
don't do it.
If you're going to try it, don't fucking,
All
don't
jokes
get
aside,
hooked on
don't
it.
do it. But if you are in that spot and you start doing it, know how to control it because it will
Mhm.
consume you.
Yeah, for sure.
and
There's
that's
some
coming
demons,
from
man.
ex-coke addict.
Demons.
I guess
Yeah.
Shit.
I think about it every day.
Yeah.
And-
I remember my coworker from, you know, I can't say the company name, but, you know, shout out to the homie Randall. He told me this real last thing. He said that he don't believe in peer pressure. Because, like, how are you going to have someone force you
I don't believe in
to
that shit either.
smoke something or, like, you know, do something, but if you didn't have that curiosity to begin with? So,
I actually don't believe in peer pressure either, man.
mhm.
I tell everybody, even like other people I know that are really, really, really bad on drugs, bro, like pills, heroin, anything, like, there's no peer pressure, man. You have the choice to say
I feel
no.
I feel
Mhm.
like
You know, everybody has a choice to say no, unless you got a fucking gun in your head. Because there's some.
Okay, yeah, you know,
you
that's,
know?
that's a little different.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I guess
y'all-
I'll do the
y'all ever see
drugs.
that shit
But
on
I'm
American
saying
Me?
most people don't have. But
can't
most
remember it.
people,
Oh.
yeah. But
Well,
most people
well,
don't
what
have
hap-
that shit happening to them, man.
What happened
It's
on
their
American Me?
choice.
Well,
Dude.
I can't remember.
The American Me, man, there's basically like, you know,
It's that gangster movie.
It's like
I know I
the-
know what movie it is.
so there, it was like
seen
something like a lot of
I
like,
can't remember
I think it
the
was like
scene.
a lot of like lineman members, like just like, you know, like putting a bunch of like heroin inside like these little balloons.
and
Uh-huh.
fools come
Yeah.
in and fucking shove that fool in the thing, right?
Yeah, so they like some like dudes like some like enemies came in, had guns to their head, and they're like, put your head in there, now breathe, and
Oh,
they'll
damn.
leave them in there until they fucking pass out,
Dude.
and then they're gonna
Oh.
overdose from the heroin and shit.
Wow,
That's brutal.
Yeah,
Brutal.
okay.
That's the only time I'll do
I
heroin.
can't remember that scene. I can't remember that scene. But
Yeah.
fuck, I was gonna say something right now. What were we saying? To control it or something? Or like, what were we talking about before the?
Like it's like something with peer pressure.
Oh, peer pressure. I feel like it is real because you gotta think about it. People want to fit in. Just like you said, you seen girls doing it. You're like, man, I'm trying to get laid.
But that's because they also have it in them to try it though.
But like,
Yeah.
but you gotta think about it. Like, I never, like, dude, I told myself I'll never smoke a cigarette because I see my brother smoking cigarettes.
Have you seen?
But then, like, you know, like, I'm drunk, everybody's smoking cigarettes. Hey,
And
take
you
a
wanted
hit.
to.
Yeah, but I did want to. But the peer pressure comes in where it's like that curiosity. Because, dude, it's like if I told you right now, dude, and you never had sex, and I'm describing how sex is, it's amazing. I did this last night. Do you want to do it with me? Because I had a good ass time. I'm kind of convincing you. You don't. I'm
There's
good.
a pause that should have been there.
Look, but like it's like one of those things where like, nah, dude, I'm saving myself for marriage, bro. Nah, fool, stop. Why are you gonna be like that? You
But
don't
you're
want to
in
be
control
cool.
of that, though.
I know, but like me personally, I feel like I was peer pressured on things where it's like I didn't want to, but since people are doing it, like I don't want to be left out.
But
So-
that's a curiosity in you, though.
But that's not a form of peer pressure.
I wouldn't
I
call
don't
it
know.
that.
Yeah, I
Because-
don't,
because
I don't know. I guess
people-
everybody has their own views, man. But I don't see. I don't believe in peer pressure.
But like,
man.
but
I mean, I
being
guess-
left out, like people putting you on blast, like, dude, this fool's
But
whack. He's
that's-
sober.
But
Like
that's
this fool's
already
sober.
That's already you having like not like kind of being insecure about yourself. You know.
But that,
Like,
a
you
lot
got-
of people are insecure about themselves.
Yeah.
I'm still insecure
Yeah,
about
that's
myself.
true. That's true.
I-
So
We-
that's what
we
I'm
all
trying.
are. Yeah, we all
That's
are.
what I'm
That's
just.
true. That's what I'm saying.
'Cause
Everybody's different. Yeah. That's
I
true,
agree
man.
on that aspect where like curiosity is a different form of, you know, peer pressure. But then at the same time, if there's been times where like I get made fun of and I start thinking like, well, I guess I should drink. I know I'm the DD, but like
Yeah.
this fool keeps saying like, you're pussy. Well, fuck it, dude. I'll take a shot.
Well, I
And-
think it's easier for me to say so because, like I said, I was the only child for so long, and I was used to being an outcast everywhere. Fontana, Lamrata, fucking Riverside. Like, I'm used to being an outcast, and I like it, though. And what attracts me to, like, just all different types of people, all different types of characters is because everybody, like, they're them for a fucking reason. You know what I mean? So if you don't drink, hey, that's cool. You can still hang out with us, but...
Yeah.
You know, like, or also, I'm still down to hang out, you know.
Yeah.
But you don't have to drink, or you don't smoke in any kind of way. You don't do drugs. Even cool. You're being abstinent. Cool.
Yeah.
You know, of course, like we're always gonna pick on you, then, but that's normal. You know,
Yeah.
like that's like saying like, oh man, look at those giant ass shoes you got on.
Yeah.
You know, it's just small things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But at the same time,
But sometimes that comment will
but-
make you want to get
but
better shoes.
I feel like it just depends on the
Because
person too,
I'm
bro.
like that. Like when I got clowned on for buying clothes at the flea market, I thought it was cool. I'm like, I'm getting a discount.
which is
But then the guy, my neighbor, shout out to Josh Sanchez, you fucking dick.
dick.
He said, "This fool shops at the flea market," and everybody started laughing.
That's
And
good.
out of nowhere, I didn't want to go to the flea market.
See, but that's what I'm saying. It depends on the person and the people you're around, man.
Yeah.
Because see, like someone like me, man, I don't care what the fuck you have on. I don't give a fuck what you know. You're you and shit like that. And I don't know, man. I guess it just depends on.
But,
you know, who you're around and
well, I
stuff,
guess
bro,
well, I
for
guess what I'm
sure.
trying to say is like,
Because
what-
I never fall into peer pressure, bro. You can never tell me what the fuck to do,
yeah.
bro.
But
I
what
don't-
happens
since a
if you
little kid,
grow
bro,
up as a kid in that environment where it is
Yeah.
peer pressure? Where
Yeah.
it's like, dude,
and that's
smoke meth with me. What are you doing? Like, come on, like you see me, I'm cleaning the house, bro. Like, isn't that like peer pressure?
Yeah, but that's like
No.
peer pressure
No,
on the
it's
wrong
still
person.
not.
Because
You're
like
around the
think
wrong
about
people,
like
bro.
I just think about at least drugs specifically.
Yeah,
Like
I'm just talking about
if it-
drugs.
yeah,
but,
like-
you can use it on something else. But
yeah, I
like,
think I'm just speaking like peer pressure as a whole. Like it could even just be like you know, like you're in middle school. Or well, you have to do 7 minutes in heaven with her. You have to be all doing it. Like you don't got to. But like I think that the point of the matter is like, you know, for instance, like drugs specifically. Like you ever done ketamine before? I'm like,
Sure, drugs.
no. And then they tell me about it. I'm like, dude, that does not sound like fun.
Yeah.
It does not.
But a lot of times, a lot of people don't tell this stuff because then there's people that like do like say like pills like that, like opiates and shit. And they'll be like, "Oh, take
Yeah.
this. This shit's gonna make you feel good as fuck." But then they don't tell you, "Oh, you keep taking this shit. This shit's gonna make you feel like shit every fucking morning."
so isn't
You
that
know what
peer
I'm saying?
pressure? Because you start getting curious.
I guess it's not really peer pressure. It's just the person you're around isn't telling you what the fuck is real.
Because I
bro.
got peer pressure to get in fights where I'm like, dude, I don't want to fight, but like,
I guess.
Oh,
I guess
speaking of
that's
which, man.
it's different though. You know, for everything. I
yeah,
guess.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just today, man, we had a little surprise party for my cousin / brother type of thing, and you know, like my uncle's there. He's like one of the only dudes that I really believe no one can beat up. Like he's not even like the biggest guy, but like
He's
tough,
just a
tough
savage.
fucking
yeah,
guy. Yeah,
It's
Yeah.
not the size of
pure
the dog.
definition, pure definition. And you know, like we're over here like messing around because you know, it's my uncle, so we're like smacking each other, just joking. And then what was it? My cousin's wife comes out with boxing gloves. He's like, "Hey, put these on."
See, dude.
And then you know,
And then
I was
it
like,
escalates
okay.
to something else.
Oh no,
yeah.
we're just playing
Okay,
around.
okay,
But like
okay.
he didn't punch. We didn't punch each other in the face or nothing like that. But like he fucking threw his whole weight into it, socked me, and did it. Man, I'm gonna try to get the video. But I flew up against the fucking coffee counter, dude, and I was like, oh, we're really hitting each other.
No,
Oh shit, I don't
yeah.
know if I want to do this no more.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
But it was just funny because he socked the shit. Well,
Yeah.
I wouldn't say socked the shit out of me, but he sent me flying.
Yeah, you got some.
He
good
sent me
ones.
flying.
Shit.
Yeah.
Shout out to the boxing glove. Otherwise, I would have hurt.
Yeah. I feel you guys though. I'm just trying to debate the peer pressure thing because I feel like
I guess some people. It just
I get.
depends on.
I feel like
person.
there's
Some
people that do get
yeah,
peer pressure.
definitely,
I don't like
definitely.
me now as where I'm at
Definitely.
right now. No one can peer pressure me.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I've been in certain spots where I'm like, fuck, dude, like I don't want to do this, but everybody's doing it, so I'm like, all right, fuck it, like let's do it. Like
Yeah.
I'm doing it awkwardly where I don't want to do it, but then like it's like I don't want to be left out.
I think
Yeah.
overall, like the reason why like we think that way with the peer pressure thing is because it's like the maturity level that we got. Like it has nothing to do with your age, it's like your maturity.
Mhm.
Like I remember back like in middle school, high school, there's been kids that's like, no, I'm not doing that stupid shit.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
exactly.
like, I'm not fucking my life
Foot
up.
down, yeah,
You
yeah.
know, and we get influenced. You know, I wouldn't call it peer pressure. It's just influenced.
Mm.
And you know, that's why like some people like they see things like that aren't really bad to them, but to somebody it's just like the utmost like, no, don't even be around me.
Mm.
And you know, but that's just an understanding that we gotta have.
Yeah.
You know, so
I definitely got influenced to smoke a blunt with coke in it.
I
one
did
of
that-
my
yeah, I did
favorite
that once.
rappers fucking always talked about it, and I was just like, you know what? He always talks about it. He's pretty okay. I started smoking fucking.
This guy named I went to his concert. This guy named Necro. I don't know if you guys ever.
Yeah,
heard of him.
Necro. Yeah.
Dude, he plays a song called "I Need Drugs," and all of a sudden you just smell a bunch of fucking cocoa puffs in the fucking crowd, bro.
Oh, shit.
You can smell when fucking coke is burning.
Yeah, yeah,
bro,
yeah.
and blunts and shit, bro.
Yeah.
But they specifically smoke it for him, or
Yeah,
what?
bro, it's crazy.
Well, I
Yeah.
think that also goes to show, like, okay, if you're like some kind of like, you have some kind of fan base or some kind of following going on, you gotta kind of be aware of what you're doing,
Yeah.
you know.
True.
Like
true.
for instance, the Flatbush Zombies and Underachievers, like they talk about doing psychedelics all the time, which did influence my like even though I wanted to do it anyway, they kind of wanted me to do it more.
Yeah.
But they also said it like correctly in their ways, and then but they also admitted that I'm just enjoying my youth, I'm not doing this forever,
Yeah.
So
I'm
Yeah.
definitely gonna be smoking weed and taking psychedelics forever.
yeah.
I
So
feel like
are-
that's like anything that's natural. Yes, acid too, here and there, not all the time. But
Depends where you get it from.
Mhm.
yeah, other shit I just can't. I won't be able to do it.
Yeah.
Like pills, I can't do that.
I took a Xanax one time and fell asleep, so yeah, not for me.
Yeah, stops the party.
It was a waste of a night. That's it.
So okay, before we wrap this up, I want to know when is the next podcast going to be? Can I be the guest? Can I be the first guest on the?
We can set that up.
Yeah.
I think we just announced it right now.
Yeah, let's
Cool.
do it. Yeah, yeah.
Alrighty.
I want to be the first guest, and I just want to chill. Maybe I'll bring him or Roland or someone and smoke up and just vibe out, dude. Just
No,
fucking-
definitely, man. Like, no, but that's kind of the cool thing about doing a podcast, and then people that's done other podcasts with others and XYZ, hey, just passing the word around, like, hey, you should jump on this one right here now.
Mm.
Definitely, man.
No, but definitely, we definitely set that up. I'm all
Yeah,
for
yeah.
that.
And we'll talk more about the equipment right now. I always like ending the podcast with the advice. I know we did that last time, but any advice that you got, it could be either podcasting or just anything.
Shit,
Peer
I
pressure.
give a few out. I give a few
You
out. One, don't do drugs. With the camera. Don't do drugs.
Yeah.
Okay. Secondly, shit, if you actually ain't doing nothing, you're just living comfortable, that's cool. But if it's something that you want to get to, something you want to reach, get into that. Get on it. That's kind of like a message to myself, honestly. You know what I mean? And yeah, just always make better decisions. Simple as that.
Dude.
Cool,
Mhm.
man.
Thank you for being on and annoying I was gonna say annoying podcast. I'm all lit. Annoying Neighbors podcast. We out.
There we go.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you being here, man. Cool.
Yeah,
man.
bitch. What you know about me, bro? Hard in the game, gonna make a name. Leaving my mark, I'ma leave my stain. Better back up, cause I bring the pain. What you know about me, bro? Got Supreme hat, Supreme clothes, bad breezy, fuck So fresh, we're high class, bro. What you know about me, bro? What you know about me?